Success and progress don't come from waiting for others to notice or support you. The truth is, most people are focused on their own lives and don't have time to pay attention to your goals or struggles. That reality can feel harsh, but it also offers a powerful opportunity. When nobody is watching or cheering you on, you have a chance to prove something important: how strong your work ethic really is, and how committed you are to your own growth. This is about taking control of your life and focusing on what only you can do. It means working hard every day, even when it feels like no one cares. In this conversation, you'll discover clear steps to build discipline, face challenges, and keep pushing forward on your own terms. If you want real change, this is where it begins. Stick with this message, because your success depends on what you do when no one is paying attention. Chapter 1. Accept responsibility for your life and stop blaming others. Taking full responsibility for your life is the first and most powerful step toward genuine freedom and success. The moment you stop blaming others, circumstances, or luck for where you are, you begin to reclaim control. It's a simple truth that often feels difficult to accept. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness, your failures, or your achievements. This can feel harsh, but it's also liberating because it means you hold the key to change. When you accept responsibility, you stop giving away your power to excuses, complaints, or external forces. Instead, you choose to own your story and shape your future. Many people spend years trapped in a mindset of blame. They point fingers at parents, teachers, bosses, the economy, or their background for their current state. They focus on how things should have been or how life isn't fair. This mindset feels safe because it removes pressure and shifts accountability elsewhere. But in truth, it steals time and energy. Every moment spent blaming is a moment not spent growing, learning, or taking action. The bitter truth is nobody cares about your excuses. Life rewards those who do the hard work regardless of circumstances. The sooner you accept that reality, the faster you gain the power to improve. Accepting responsibility means looking in the mirror and telling yourself the whole truth. No sugarcoating, no justifications. You need to examine your choices, habits, and mindset honestly. Where have you given your power away? When have you settled for less? Because it was easier to blame than to act. This kind of brutal self-honesty requires courage, but it's the foundation of all real change. Instead of asking why me, you shift to what can I do now? This small shift rewires your thinking from victim to victor. This change doesn't mean ignoring external factors. Life will always present challenges, some you can't control. But responsibility means focusing on what you can control: your actions, your reactions, and your mindset. It means responding thoughtfully instead of reacting emotionally or passively. For example, you might not control losing a job, but you control how quickly you search for a new one, or how you learn new skills. You might not control your upbringing, but you control the story you tell yourself about it and how you use it as fuel for growth. One powerful insight is that responsibility is a skill you develop through practice. It starts with small decisions. Did you get out of bed on time or hit snooze again? Did you speak kindly to yourself or fall into negative self-talk? Did you follow through on a commitment or procrastinate? Every choice is an opportunity to build your responsibility muscle. Over time, these choices compound into habits that define your character and future. The people who succeed are not those who have perfect circumstances, but those who consistently choose to act responsibly, despite imperfection. They don't wait for motivation or perfect timing. They don't waste energy complaining or blaming. They take ownership of their problems and solutions alike. This mindset creates resilience, because responsibility demands that you face difficulties head-on. It trains you to see problems as puzzles you have the power to solve, rather than threats that defeat you. Taking responsibility also means accepting your emotions without letting them control you. It's natural to feel frustration, fear, or disappointment, but blaming others prolongs those feelings and keeps you stuck. Instead, accept your feelings, learn from them, then decide on your next step. This ability to regulate your emotional response while holding yourself accountable is crucial for long-term growth. The practical steps to accepting responsibility begin with awareness. Start by noticing when you slip into blame or excuse-making. What triggers this behavior? Is it stress, comparison to others, or fear of failure? Write down your common excuses. Seeing them on paper helps remove their power and opens space for change. Then challenge each excuse with a question. What part of this situation can I control? What is one action I can take right now? Next, practice owning your story. This means accepting your past choices without judgment, but with full ownership. Stop saying, "I was forced to," or "I had no choice." Recognize that every situation involved decisions you made, even if they were limited. This awareness empowers you to learn lessons and make different choices going forward. Create a daily habit of self-reflection focused on responsibility. Each evening, ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I avoid responsibility? How can I improve tomorrow? This practice strengthens your mindset and keeps you honest with yourself. Another powerful habit is to stop seeking external validation. When you take responsibility, your approval comes from within, not from others' opinions. This reduces distraction and helps you focus on what truly matters, your progress and growth. In relationships, accepting responsibility means owning your role in conflicts or misunderstandings. Instead of blaming others, ask how you contributed and what you can do to improve the situation. This approach deepens trust and fosters healthier connections. Accepting responsibility also requires patience and self-compassion. You will make mistakes. You will slip back into old patterns. That's part of growth. The key is to recognize these moments quickly, forgive yourself, and recommit to responsibility. Growth is not about perfection, but persistence. In your career or projects, taking responsibility means setting clear goals and holding yourself accountable for progress. Don't wait for others to push you or reward you. Take initiative, track your results, adjust your plan when needed. This proactive approach accelerates success and builds confidence. One common challenge is the fear of failure that keeps people blaming outside factors. Understand that failure is part of responsibility. When you own your failures, you gain the chance to learn and improve. Avoiding responsibility only delays growth and deepens frustration. Living with responsibility transforms how you experience life. You stop feeling like a passenger and become the driver of your journey. This shift brings a sense of purpose and control that motivates daily action. Instead of feeling helpless or overwhelmed, you see yourself as capable and empowered. This mindset also improves mental toughness. Responsibility trains you to face discomfort instead of avoiding it. It builds resilience by teaching you that setbacks don't define you. Your response does. The more you practice, the stronger your mental muscles become. Accepting responsibility means stopping the search for easy answers or quick fixes. Real change requires consistent effort, honesty, and willingness to face hard truths. You won't find lasting success by blaming circumstances or waiting for others to save you. You must commit to yourself fully. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and creators all share this principle. They accept complete responsibility for their lives. They understand that their circumstances don't limit them unless they allow it. This mindset separates those who talk about change from those who actually create it. To live by this principle, start every morning with a commitment to responsibility. Remind yourself that you control your thoughts, actions, and attitude. Use affirmations if needed. I am responsible for my choices. I own my progress and setbacks. I will take action today. This mental framing prepares you to meet the day with strength. When challenges arise, and they will, reframe them as opportunities to practice responsibility. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I do about this?" This simple shift in questioning rewires your brain towards solutions instead of problems. Taking responsibility also improves your time management. When you own your schedule and priorities, you stop procrastinating and wasting time on distractions. You become deliberate with your hours, focusing on tasks that move you forward. This mindset fuels confidence, because when you rely on yourself, you build trust in your abilities. You become less fearful of uncertainty and more willing to take risks necessary for growth. Responsibility breeds courage. Embracing responsibility means understanding that external praise or blame no longer dictate your self-worth. Your value comes from the effort and integrity you bring to each day. This internal validation provides lasting peace and motivation. Every action you take based on responsibility compounds over time. Small daily decisions add up to significant change. Whether it's waking up early, reading a book, or completing a difficult task, these choices shape your future. Your journey toward responsibility will not be perfect or linear. There will be setbacks, doubts, and distractions. But each time you return to owning your life fully, you reinforce the foundation for success. Persistence in this practice transforms your character. Remember that responsibility is not a burden, but a gift. It means you are free to shape your destiny. It means your life's outcomes depend on your actions, not chance or other people. This perspective brings clarity and motivation to keep pushing forward. Begin today by identifying one area where you tend to blame others or circumstances. Write down how you can shift your mindset to ownership. Take one small action immediately. Celebrate this step. Growth begins with these moments of choice. As you build this habit, notice how your energy changes. You will feel less frustrated and more focused. You will see progress even in difficult situations. Your confidence will grow because you are proving to yourself that you can handle life's challenges. Ultimately, accepting responsibility transforms your relationship with yourself and the world. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making things happen. You become the author of your own story. This power is the foundation for all the growth and success you desire. The path to freedom and achievement is not easy, but it is straightforward. Own your life completely. Stop blaming, start acting. This choice will change everything. You are capable. You are responsible. You have the power to improve every day. Chapter 2. Focus daily on improving yourself through small, consistent actions. Improvement is not a giant leap that happens overnight, but a series of small, deliberate steps taken consistently every day. The secret to meaningful growth lies in focusing on those small actions that, when repeated, transform your habits, mindset, and results over time. It can be tempting to seek quick fixes or dramatic changes, but real progress comes from steady effort, not bursts of intensity followed by burnout or giving up. Daily improvement isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. Every day presents an opportunity to get a little better than you were yesterday. That tiny bit of progress adds up into something powerful. When you commit to focusing on yourself through these small, consistent actions, you build a momentum that pushes you forward, even on tough days. The idea of daily improvement means setting realistic goals that you can manage every day. It's not about overwhelming yourself with huge tasks, but choosing manageable actions that fit into your life. These small wins build confidence and keep your motivation alive. When you focus on small changes, you also reduce the fear of failure because the stakes feel lower. You're not trying to overhaul your entire life at once. You're simply deciding to be better in some small way today. This mindset removes pressure and replaces it with a sense of possibility. It's important to be intentional about the actions you choose. Improvement without direction is just busy work. So pick habits or skills that align with your larger goals and values. For example, if you want to get healthier, start by drinking an extra glass of water each day or adding a short walk to your routine. If you want to improve your skills, spend 15 minutes reading or practicing each day. By choosing specific, focused actions, you turn improvement into a practical process rather than vague wishes. Consistency is the cornerstone of this approach. It's better to do a small action daily than to do a huge effort sporadically. The brain and body respond well to routine, and repetition creates new neural pathways that make behaviors easier over time. When you do something small every day, you remove the excuse of "I don't have enough time" and replace it with "this is just part of my day." You train your mind to see improvement as a natural habit instead of a difficult task. One of the most effective ways to build consistency is to attach new actions to existing habits. This technique, known as habit stacking, makes it easier to remember and follow through. For example, after brushing your teeth, you might spend 5 minutes journaling your goals. Linking new behaviors to routines you already do removes friction and makes the process smoother. Over time, these small actions become automatic, freeing your mental energy for bigger challenges. Tracking your progress daily also makes a big difference. When you see how small efforts accumulate, it motivates you to keep going. Use a simple journal, an app, or even a checklist to mark off your daily actions. Celebrate the fact that you did something toward your improvement, no matter how small it feels. This positive reinforcement builds momentum and reinforces your identity as someone committed to growth. Focusing daily on yourself through small actions also builds discipline and self-respect. When you follow through on your promises to yourself, you strengthen trust in your abilities. You prove that you can rely on yourself, which is essential for confidence. This internal trust becomes a foundation for taking on bigger challenges in the future. Discipline is not about harsh rules, but about consistent kindness toward your own growth. It's natural to face resistance or boredom when working on long-term improvement. That's why it's important to keep your daily actions meaningful and connected to your purpose. Remind yourself why you want to improve and how these small actions bring you closer to the life you want. This sense of meaning fuels motivation when enthusiasm fades. Sometimes, just knowing your efforts are building toward a bigger picture is enough to keep you going. Avoid trying to do too many things at once. When you spread yourself thin, it's harder to maintain consistency. Choose 1 or 2 key areas to focus on daily and give them your full attention. Master those before adding more. This focused approach prevents overwhelm and increases the likelihood of lasting change. Another practical tip is to prepare your environment to support your daily actions. Remove distractions and make the right tools or resources easily accessible. If you want to read more, keep a book by your bed or in your bag. If you want to exercise daily, set out your workout clothes the night before. Making small adjustments to your surroundings removes barriers and smooths the path toward consistent action. Sometimes progress feels invisible or slow. During these times, remind yourself that growth is like water slowly carving stone. The visible results may take time, but the work you're doing beneath the surface is shaping your future. Patience combined with daily action is a powerful combination that outlasts frustration or doubt. Self-compassion is also vital on this journey. Some days you might miss your actions or fall short. Instead of harsh judgment, use these moments as learning experiences. Reflect on what caused the slip and how you can adjust your approach. Forgive yourself quickly and return to your actions the next day. This gentle persistence keeps you moving forward instead of getting stuck. The cumulative effect of daily small improvements stretches beyond skills or habits. It changes your mindset and identity. You begin to see yourself as a person who grows, adapts, and takes responsibility. This self-image creates a positive feedback loop where your belief in yourself supports further improvement. You become someone who naturally seeks progress and embraces challenges. Small, consistent actions also improve your ability to handle setbacks. When you face obstacles, your daily habits provide stability and strength. You've built a foundation of effort that cushions the impact of failure or difficulty. Instead of giving up, you're more likely to adjust and continue moving forward because you trust your process. This focus on daily improvement teaches a crucial life skill: delayed gratification. It trains you to prioritize long-term benefits over short-term pleasure. When you choose to act each day instead of giving in to comfort or distraction, you develop patience and endurance. These qualities serve you well in all areas of life, from relationships to career. Daily improvement doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. Share your goals with supportive people who encourage your efforts. Accountability partners or mentors can help you stay consistent and motivated. They provide perspective, celebrate your wins, and help you navigate challenges. Surrounding yourself with positive influences accelerates your growth. It's also useful to revisit and refine your small actions regularly. As you progress, some habits may no longer serve you or need adjustment. Periodically review your goals and the actions you take to ensure they remain aligned and effective. This flexibility keeps your improvement journey dynamic and responsive to your evolving needs. Building daily improvement into your life also impacts your overall well-being. Small actions like drinking more water, getting enough sleep, or practicing mindfulness contribute to your physical and mental health. These improvements create energy and clarity that enhance your ability to pursue bigger goals. Self-care becomes a part of your growth, not a separate task. Ultimately, focusing on small, consistent actions daily is a sustainable way to live intentionally. It moves you away from chaos, distraction, and overwhelm toward clarity, control, and progress. This approach teaches you that success isn't about dramatic moments, but about the steady work you do when no one is watching. Every day you have a choice: to take action that improves you or to remain where you are. When you commit to daily improvement through small steps, you choose growth, resilience, and strength. This commitment changes how you experience life. Challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and your future becomes something you actively create. This mindset leads to a life where you are in charge of your development. You learn to appreciate the journey, understanding that every effort counts. Small, consistent actions become your daily victory, your proof that you are moving forward. Over time, this transforms your reality and builds the foundation for lasting success. Start today by identifying one small action you can take toward your goals. Make it simple and doable. Repeat it tomorrow and the next day. Watch how this daily commitment changes your mindset and your life. The power of daily improvement is waiting for you to claim it. Chapter 3. Build resilience by embracing challenges instead of avoiding them. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's a skill you build by facing difficulties head-on rather than running from them. The natural instinct when life gets hard is to avoid pain, discomfort, or uncertainty. But this avoidance only weakens your ability to handle future challenges. Real strength develops through exposure to adversity, learning how to adapt, recover, and move forward despite setbacks. When you embrace challenges instead of dodging them, you cultivate a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities to grow rather than threats to avoid. This mindset shift is the foundation of resilience and personal power. Every challenge you face is a chance to learn more about yourself, your limits, your fears, and your capabilities. Avoiding hardship creates an illusion of safety, but leaves you unprepared for life's inevitable difficulties. When problems arise unexpectedly, they hit harder because you haven't trained your mind and spirit to cope. Embracing challenges intentionally means you are building your strength daily, preparing yourself for whatever comes next. It's like a mental and emotional workout that expands your capacity for endurance and creativity. Resilience grows when you stop seeing failure as a sign of defeat and start viewing it as feedback. Every failure or setback contains valuable information about what didn't work and what you can improve. Instead of retreating or giving up, resilient people analyze these experiences calmly, learn from them, and adjust their course. This process transforms challenges from painful interruptions into stepping stones on your path. You become someone who doesn't just survive difficulties, but uses them to become stronger and wiser. Facing challenges also sharpens your problem-solving skills. When you engage with difficulties directly, you practice thinking clearly under pressure, finding solutions, and managing stress. This hands-on experience is irreplaceable because no amount of theory can prepare you for the unpredictability of real life. The more you face challenges, the more confident you become in your ability to handle future problems. This confidence reduces anxiety and builds a sense of control over your circumstances. Another key to building resilience is managing your emotions effectively. Challenges often trigger fear, frustration, or self-doubt. Resilience doesn't mean suppressing these feelings, but recognizing them without letting them control your actions. By staying calm and focused during adversity, you maintain clarity and make better decisions. This emotional regulation comes from practice and awareness. When you embrace challenges regularly, you train your mind to stay steady rather than panic or shut down. A practical way to build resilience is to seek out challenges intentionally instead of waiting for them to come. This might feel uncomfortable at first because it requires stepping outside your comfort zone, but small, manageable challenges help you develop mental toughness without overwhelming you. For instance, try learning a difficult skill, having a difficult conversation, or taking on a task you usually avoid. Each time you do this, you expand your capacity to face bigger challenges with less fear. It's important to remember that resilience doesn't mean going it alone. Building a support network of friends, mentors, or coaches helps you navigate tough times. These people provide encouragement, perspective, and advice when you face difficulties. Sharing your challenges also reduces the feeling of isolation and strengthens your resolve. Resilience is strengthened not by isolation, but by connection and mutual support. When challenges become overwhelming, break them down into smaller parts. Large problems can feel paralyzing, but dividing them into manageable steps makes them less intimidating. Taking action, even in small increments, creates a sense of progress and reduces stress. This approach builds resilience because it teaches you that no problem is too big when faced piece by piece. Resilience also involves maintaining a long-term perspective. When you encounter difficulties, it's easy to get caught in the moment and feel hopeless. Resilient individuals remind themselves that setbacks are temporary and that persistence leads to eventual success. This outlook encourages patience and endurance. It keeps you moving forward even when immediate results aren't visible. Another vital aspect is cultivating self-compassion. Challenges can trigger harsh self-criticism, which saps your energy and confidence. Resilience grows when you treat yourself with kindness and understanding during tough times. Accept that struggles are part of being human and that making mistakes doesn't define your worth. This compassion fuels motivation rather than defeat. Building resilience through challenges changes how you view discomfort. Instead of fearing it, you learn to tolerate and even embrace discomfort as a sign of growth. Discomfort becomes a teacher rather than an enemy. This shift liberates you from avoidance and encourages you to seek opportunities for improvement, even when they are difficult. The physical body plays a role in resilience as well. Taking care of your health through regular exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient rest strengthens your ability to cope with stress. When your body is strong, your mind is sharper and more capable of managing adversity. Resilience is a holistic quality that includes physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Every challenge you face and overcome rewires your brain to be stronger. Neuroscience shows that repeated exposure to stress in manageable amounts builds neural pathways that enhance your stress response. This biological change means that with practice, your reactions become calmer, more thoughtful, and less reactive. Embracing challenges is literally training your brain to be resilient. Cultivating a resilient mindset also means committing to your values and purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you're facing challenges, it becomes easier to endure them. Purpose fuels perseverance because it connects your daily struggles to a larger meaning. It gives you a reason to keep going when giving up feels easier. Resilience changes your relationship with failure. Instead of avoiding it at all costs, you accept failure as a natural and necessary part of growth. This acceptance reduces fear and frees you to take risks and try new things. You learn to bounce back quickly because failure is no longer a threat, but a lesson. To build resilience, practice gratitude regularly. Recognizing what you have, rather than focusing only on difficulties, balances your perspective. Gratitude strengthens emotional resilience by shifting your attention to positive aspects of life, even in challenging times. This balanced view helps you maintain hope and motivation. One common obstacle to resilience is perfectionism. The desire to do everything flawlessly can lead to avoidance and fear of failure. Building resilience requires letting go of unrealistic standards and embracing progress over perfection. Accepting imperfection opens the door to learning and growth. When you commit to embracing challenges, you transform your identity. You become someone who thrives on growth and faces difficulties with courage. This identity becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, encouraging you to seek challenges rather than avoid them. Over time, resilience becomes a core part of who you are. Building resilience is a lifelong process. There is no finish line because life will always present new challenges. What matters is the ongoing commitment to face adversity and learn from it. This commitment builds character and prepares you for whatever life throws your way. Start today by identifying one challenge you've been avoiding. Break it into small steps and take action on the first one. Notice how facing it head-on changes your feelings and mindset. Each challenge you embrace adds to your resilience and moves you closer to becoming the strong, capable person you want to be. Remember that resilience is not about being tough all the time, but about being flexible and adaptive. It's about bending without breaking and recovering quickly from setbacks. Embrace this quality by leaning into challenges, learning from them, and growing stronger with each experience. The power of resilience lies in your willingness to face life fully, without retreating from difficulty. When you build this skill, you gain confidence, peace of mind, and the ability to thrive no matter what comes your way. Resilience turns obstacles into opportunities and fear into fuel for growth. You have the strength within you to build this quality starting now. Chapter 4. Prioritize your goals and eliminate distractions around you. The ability to prioritize your goals effectively is the single most important skill you can develop to make meaningful progress in life. Without clear priorities, your energy becomes scattered, and your efforts produce little lasting impact. When you focus on too many things at once, distractions multiply and nothing moves forward. To change this, you must first identify the most important goals that truly matter to you, then ruthlessly eliminate distractions that pull you away from them. This is how success becomes achievable rather than overwhelming. Setting priorities begins with clarity. You must know exactly what you want to achieve and why. It's not enough to say, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be healthier." You need specific, concrete goals that inspire action. When your goals are clear, your mind can focus fully without confusion or hesitation. Clarity sharpens your focus and filters out the noise that often hijacks your time and attention. Once you have your goals clearly defined, ask yourself what daily actions will move you closer to them. These actions should take priority over anything else. When you know the steps that matter most, it becomes easier to say no to distractions. Saying no isn't about rejecting everything, but about protecting your time for what counts. It's a discipline that demands honesty and courage, because distractions often feel urgent or enjoyable, but they rarely serve your highest purpose. Distractions are everywhere. Technology, social media, unnecessary meetings, and even well-meaning people can pull your focus away. The first step to eliminating distractions is awareness. Track how you spend your time each day. Be honest with yourself about what activities add value and which ones steal your energy. This reflection will reveal patterns you might not notice otherwise. Once you identify your biggest distractions, you can take action to reduce or remove them. Creating a distraction-free environment supports your priorities. This means organizing your workspace, turning off notifications, and setting boundaries with others about when you are available. A cluttered space or constant interruptions break your concentration and reduce productivity. When your environment is designed to support your goals, you set yourself up for success rather than struggle. Learning to say no is crucial for protecting your priorities. This includes declining requests that don't align with your goals or postponing activities that don't add real value. Saying no may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to pleasing others or avoiding conflict. However, every time you say no to a distraction, you say yes to your own growth and success. This practice builds confidence and respect for your time. Time blocking is a powerful technique for prioritization. Set specific periods in your day dedicated to working on your top goals without interruption. During these blocks, focus solely on the task at hand. Avoid multitasking or checking your phone. This concentrated effort produces higher quality work and faster progress. Over time, time blocking trains your mind to focus deeply and avoid wandering. Breaking goals into smaller tasks makes prioritization manageable. Large goals can feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination or scattered effort. Dividing your goals into clear, actionable steps gives you a roadmap and daily targets. Each small task you complete brings you closer to your main objective and builds momentum. Prioritization isn't just about choosing what to do, but also about organizing your work into achievable chunks. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your priorities is essential. Life changes, and so do your goals. Weekly or monthly check-ins help you stay aligned with what matters most. If certain goals no longer resonate or new opportunities arise, be willing to shift your focus. This flexibility prevents wasted effort on outdated objectives and keeps you moving forward intentionally. Accountability partners or mentors can help you stay true to your priorities. Sharing your goals with someone who supports your vision increases commitment. They can provide feedback, encouragement, and a reality check when distractions tempt you to stray. Accountability turns vague intentions into concrete actions by adding social pressure and support. Mindfulness practices enhance your ability to prioritize by improving awareness and self-control. When you develop the habit of noticing where your attention goes, you can redirect it consciously. Mindfulness also helps manage impulses that lead to distractions, such as checking your phone or browsing the internet mindlessly. This mental discipline strengthens your focus muscles over time. Energy management is as important as time management when prioritizing goals. Notice when during the day you have the most mental clarity and physical energy. Schedule your most demanding or important tasks during these peak times. Avoid tackling heavy work when you're tired or distracted, as this leads to lower quality results and frustration. Limit your goals to a manageable number. Trying to chase too many objectives dilutes your focus and drains motivation. Aim for 2 or 3 key priorities at a time. Mastering these before adding more creates a strong foundation for success. This focus deepens your efforts and increases the likelihood of achieving meaningful results. Eliminating distractions also means protecting your mental space. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, and external criticism can pull you away from your priorities. Practice positive self-talk and affirmations that reinforce your commitment and capability. Cultivating a strong inner voice helps you stay focused and resilient amid challenges. Develop rituals that support your focus and prioritization. This could be a morning routine that centers your mind on your goals, or a daily planning session that clarifies your tasks. Rituals create consistency and reduce decision fatigue, making it easier to stay on track. When your priorities become part of your daily habits, they require less effort to maintain. Technology tools can aid prioritization if used wisely. Calendars, task managers, and focus apps help organize your goals and track progress. However, be cautious not to let technology become another source of distraction. Use these tools intentionally to serve your priorities, not to distract from them. Celebrate progress regularly. Recognize when you successfully prioritize your goals and resist distractions. This reinforcement strengthens your motivation and builds a positive relationship with focused work. Celebrations don't need to be big. Even a moment of gratitude or a small reward can boost your commitment. Be patient with yourself during this process. Changing how you prioritize and eliminate distractions is a skill that takes time to develop. You will face setbacks and moments of distraction. Instead of frustration, use these experiences as learning opportunities. Each day is a chance to improve your focus and get closer to your goals. The power to control your life rests in your ability to prioritize what truly matters and remove what does not. This choice shapes the quality of your results and your sense of fulfillment. When you put first things first, your actions align with your deepest values and highest aspirations. Distractions lose their grip, and you gain clarity and purpose. Start today by identifying your top priority and one distraction to eliminate. Make a small change in your environment or routine that supports your focus. Take a step toward protecting your time and energy from now on. This simple commitment sets you on the path to a more productive, intentional, and fulfilling life. By consistently prioritizing your goals and eliminating distractions, you build a life defined by focus and achievement rather than chaos and overwhelm. This practice is not just about working harder, but about working smarter and living with intention. Your future depends on the choices you make today. Choose to focus, choose to act, choose progress. Chapter 5. Develop self-discipline by setting clear routines and sticking to them. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of lasting success and personal growth. It's the ability to control your impulses, stay focused on your goals, and follow through even when motivation fades. The foundation of self-discipline lies in setting clear routines and consistently sticking to them. Without routines, your day becomes chaotic and your intentions become scattered. When you design purposeful routines and commit to them, you train your mind and body to work efficiently toward your objectives, no matter the circumstances. Creating clear routines starts with understanding what you want to achieve. You must identify daily habits that align directly with your goals. These habits don't have to be grand or complicated. Small, consistent actions create momentum. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, a routine could be drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning or taking a 10-minute walk. Defining these clear routines simplifies decision-making and reduces the chance of procrastination. Routines provide structure, which is essential because willpower alone is unreliable. Motivation fluctuates, but a routine becomes automatic when repeated daily. This automaticity frees mental energy, allowing you to focus on higher-level tasks. When you wake up and follow your established routine, you create a sense of order and control that positively impacts your mindset and productivity throughout the day. Building discipline requires starting small. Don't try to overhaul your entire day at once. Begin with 1 or 2 routines that are realistic and easy to follow. For instance, you might commit to waking up at the same time every day, or dedicating 15 minutes to reading. As you successfully maintain these habits, you build confidence and gradually add more routines. This incremental approach prevents burnout and increases the likelihood of long-term adherence. Consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to do a small task every day than to do a big task inconsistently. For example, reading 5 pages daily is more effective than binge reading once a week. Consistent routines ingrain behaviors into your lifestyle, creating a stable platform for growth. Discipline strengthens when you honor your commitments to yourself repeatedly. Accountability enhances your ability to stick to routines. Sharing your goals and routines with a friend, coach or mentor creates external pressure to stay consistent. Knowing someone else is aware of your commitments makes it harder to give in to distractions or laziness. Accountability also provides encouragement and helps you overcome setbacks without losing momentum. Tracking your routines is a powerful way to reinforce discipline. Use a journal, app, or checklist to record your daily habits. Seeing your progress visually motivates you to continue and builds a sense of achievement. When you miss a day, tracking helps you identify triggers or obstacles, allowing you to adjust and recommit. This awareness strengthens your resolve and improves your routine over time. Prepare for obstacles in advance. Life is unpredictable, and disruptions will happen. Anticipate moments when sticking to your routine will be challenging, such as travel, stress, or illness. Have a plan to adapt without abandoning your routine completely. Flexibility within discipline prevents discouragement and helps maintain progress even in difficult circumstances. Mindset plays a crucial role in developing self-discipline. Instead of seeing routines as restrictive or boring, view them as acts of self-respect and tools for freedom. Routines create the space and energy to pursue what matters most, without chaos or stress. Reframing your perspective transforms discipline from a chore into a source of empowerment. Environmental design supports your routines and discipline. Arrange your surroundings to make positive habits easier and negative habits harder. For example, place your workout clothes where you see them, or remove junk food from your kitchen. These simple changes reduce friction and support your commitment without relying solely on willpower. Celebrate your commitment to routines regularly. Acknowledge the effort it takes to show up consistently. This positive reinforcement motivates you to maintain discipline and builds pride in your growth. Celebrations can be small, a moment of gratitude, a brief reflection, or a personal reward, but their impact on sustaining habits is significant. Avoid perfectionism when developing routines. Missing a day or slipping up doesn't mean failure. Discipline is about getting back on track quickly rather than never making mistakes. When you approach your routines with patience and forgiveness, you create a sustainable practice that grows stronger over time. Routines create momentum that carries you through days when motivation is low. They become the safety net that ensures progress continues despite obstacles. Discipline cultivated through clear routines turns your intentions into results by making productive actions habitual and automatic. Start today by choosing one simple routine aligned with your most important goal. Commit to performing it daily for the next week without fail. Notice how this small act of discipline affects your mindset and productivity. Use this experience as a foundation to build more routines and deepen your self-discipline. When routines become part of your identity, discipline requires less effort. You become the kind of person who follows through and honors commitments. This identity shift fuels confidence, resilience, and sustained success. Discipline stops being a battle and becomes a natural way of living. Developing self-discipline through routines is not about restriction, but about creating freedom. Freedom from chaos, distraction, and procrastination. Freedom to focus your energy where it matters and achieve what you truly want. This freedom transforms your life, making your goals attainable and your growth inevitable. Everyday disciplined routines lay bricks in the foundation of your future success. The more you build, the stronger your life becomes. Stick to your routines with determination and patience, knowing that each small step compounds into extraordinary results over time. Your self-discipline is the key to unlocking your full potential and mastering your life. Chapter 6. Cultivate patience and trust the process of gradual growth. Patience is one of the most underrated qualities when it comes to achieving lasting success and personal growth. In a world obsessed with quick results and instant gratification, learning to cultivate patience is essential to build something meaningful. Growth rarely happens overnight. It is a slow, steady process that requires trust, persistence, and the ability to endure setbacks without losing sight of the bigger picture. Trusting the process means believing that your efforts, even when unseen, are laying the foundation for future breakthroughs. This belief gives you the strength to keep going when progress seems invisible. Growth is gradual because it involves internal change as much as external results. You are developing habits, mindsets, skills, and resilience, all of which take time to solidify. The small daily improvements you make might seem insignificant in the moment, but they accumulate and compound. Just as a tree takes years to grow tall and strong, your personal growth unfolds through consistent, patient effort. Rushing this process often leads to frustration and burnout. Embracing patience helps you stay steady and persistent even when results are delayed. When you cultivate patience, you begin to see setbacks and failures as natural parts of growth rather than signs of defeat. Instead of giving up or becoming discouraged, you recognize that these obstacles are opportunities to learn and strengthen your resolve. Patience allows you to maintain confidence and calm in the face of uncertainty. It quiets the urge to seek shortcuts or compare your progress with others, focusing instead on your unique journey. Trusting the process means understanding that success is not always linear. There will be days when you feel stuck or even take steps backward. These moments are part of the natural rhythm of growth. Patience helps you embrace this reality without losing motivation. It encourages you to keep putting in the work consistently, knowing that every effort contributes to your long-term development. One practical way to cultivate patience is to set realistic expectations. Acknowledge that meaningful change takes time and avoid setting goals based solely on quick wins. Break your larger goals into smaller milestones that mark incremental progress. Celebrate these small wins to maintain motivation and recognize that each step forward is valuable. This approach reduces impatience and helps you appreciate the journey rather than just the destination. Mindfulness practices support patience by grounding you in the present moment. When you focus on the here and now, you reduce anxiety about future results and regrets about past efforts. Mindfulness teaches acceptance of what is, which is the foundation of patience. By observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment, you create space to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively to frustration. Developing patience also involves managing your expectations about control. Many people become impatient because they want immediate control over outcomes. Learning to let go of this need and accept uncertainty fosters resilience and peace. Trust that your consistent actions will produce results even if you cannot see them yet. This trust is an act of faith in yourself and the process. Cultivating patience requires shifting your mindset from outcome-focused to process-focused. Instead of obsessing over results, find satisfaction in the effort, discipline, and learning that each day brings. When you appreciate the process, you reduce the pressure to perform and increase your ability to enjoy growth. This mindset encourages persistence because the value lies in continual improvement rather than a single achievement. Building patience also means embracing discomfort. Growth often involves challenges that test your limits. Instead of avoiding these uncomfortable moments, patience helps you face them with courage and acceptance. You learn to tolerate the discomfort of slow progress and uncertainty, understanding that these experiences are necessary for transformation. Support systems play a role in cultivating patience. Surround yourself with people who understand and respect your journey. Their encouragement and perspective can help you maintain faith in the process during difficult times. Sharing your experiences with others reduces isolation and reinforces your commitment to patient growth. Reflection is a powerful tool for nurturing patience. Regularly review your progress, challenges, and lessons learned. This practice provides a clear record of your development and reminds you of how far you have come. Reflection also helps you adjust your approach when needed, ensuring that your efforts remain aligned with your goals. Avoid comparing your growth to others. Everyone's journey is unique, with different timelines and challenges. Comparison breeds impatience and self-doubt. Instead, focus on your personal path and celebrate your individual progress. This focus strengthens your patience and self-confidence. Setbacks can be reframed as opportunities for growth rather than failures. When you encounter obstacles, ask yourself what lesson they offer and how they contribute to your development. Patience helps you view difficulties as temporary hurdles, not permanent barriers. This perspective motivates you to keep moving forward with persistence. Gratitude enhances patience by shifting your focus to what is working and what you have achieved. Recognizing your progress and the support around you fosters contentment and reduces frustration. Gratitude creates a positive, emotional environment that nurtures patience and sustained effort. Consistent practice is the key to developing patience. Like any skill, patience strengthens with repetition and intention. Each time you choose to stay committed despite delays or difficulties, you build greater endurance. Over time, patience becomes a natural part of your character rather than a struggle. Celebrate moments when you successfully practice patience. Acknowledge the strength it takes to trust the process and remain steady. These celebrations reinforce positive behavior and increase your ability to maintain patience in the future. Be kind to yourself throughout this journey. Cultivating patience requires self-compassion because growth is challenging and imperfect. Recognize that impatience is a natural feeling and not a flaw. Treat yourself with understanding and encourage continued effort without harsh judgment. Patience and trust in gradual growth lead to deeper satisfaction and long-term success. When you develop these qualities, you create a foundation that withstands challenges and adapts to change. Your journey becomes more sustainable and fulfilling. Start now by committing to patience in one area of your life. Notice your reactions when progress feels slow and consciously choose to trust the process instead of giving in to frustration. Practice this regularly and observe how your mindset and results evolve. The power of patience lies in its ability to keep you moving steadily toward your goals regardless of external circumstances. It transforms waiting from wasted time into meaningful preparation and growth. Patience teaches you resilience, humility, and faith in your own capacity to improve. Remember that growth is a journey, not a race. Trusting the process allows you to embrace each step fully and build a life of lasting achievement and peace. The slow, steady path is the surest route to meaningful change. Your commitment to patience today will shape your success tomorrow. Chapter 7. Track progress regularly and adjust your approach when necessary. Tracking your progress is one of the most practical and effective ways to ensure you stay on the path toward your goals. Without regular check-ins, it's easy to lose sight of where you started and how far you've come. Progress tracking helps you maintain motivation by making your achievements visible and tangible. It turns abstract goals into concrete evidence of growth. But tracking alone isn't enough. You must also be willing to adjust your approach when things aren't working. Flexibility and honesty are essential. When you combine consistent tracking with thoughtful adjustments, you create a powerful cycle of improvement that keeps you moving forward efficiently. The first step in tracking progress is to decide what metrics or markers matter most to your goals. These markers should be specific and measurable. For example, if your goal is fitness, your markers might be the number of workouts completed each week, or your endurance during exercise. If your goal is learning a new skill, markers could include hours practiced or milestones reached. Defining these clearly makes it easier to track progress objectively without guessing. Recording your progress daily or weekly builds accountability and awareness. Writing down what you did, how well you did it, and what challenges you faced creates a record you can review. This practice helps you see patterns over time, such as days when you're most productive or common obstacles that slow you down. Awareness is the foundation for making informed decisions about your next steps. Regular review sessions are essential to turn data into action. Set aside time weekly or monthly to look back at your records and evaluate your progress. During these reviews, ask yourself questions like, are my current efforts producing the results I want? Which strategies are working well? What's holding me back? This honest reflection allows you to celebrate wins and identify areas needing improvement. Adjusting your approach is not a sign of failure but a sign of growth and wisdom. Stubbornly sticking to a plan that isn't working wastes time and energy. When you identify that something isn't effective, be willing to experiment with new methods or tweak your routine. For example, if your workout plan isn't increasing your stamina, consider changing exercises or intensity. If your study schedule isn't helping you retain information, try a different technique or time of day. Flexibility requires an open mind and humility. It means accepting that your original plan might need revision. This attitude encourages learning from experience rather than being trapped by rigid expectations. The goal is progress, not perfection. Each adjustment brings you closer to finding the most effective path for you personally. Technology can be a valuable tool for tracking progress and making adjustments. Apps and digital journals allow you to log activities, set reminders, and visualize trends through graphs. These tools provide instant feedback and can motivate you by showing streaks or improvements. However, avoid becoming overly dependent on technology. The most important factor is consistent reflection and action. Tracking progress also helps manage motivation. When enthusiasm wanes, looking back at documented achievements reminds you that your efforts matter. Seeing how far you've come fuels confidence and reduces doubt. This visual proof combats discouragement and keeps your commitment strong. Don't overlook the emotional aspect of progress tracking. Recording how you feel during the process adds valuable insight. Sometimes you might be physically making progress, but feeling mentally drained or stressed. Noticing these emotional signals helps you balance effort and self-care. Adjusting your approach might include taking breaks, seeking support, or changing your mindset alongside practical changes. Set realistic expectations for progress and be patient with yourself. Growth is rarely linear. Some weeks will show rapid improvement, others may plateau or regress. Tracking reveals these natural fluctuations and prevents unrealistic demands. Understanding that ups and downs are normal helps you maintain persistence and avoid giving up prematurely. Use setbacks as learning opportunities rather than reasons to quit. When tracking shows a decline or failure, analyze what caused it without judgment. Maybe you were distracted, lacked resources, or faced unexpected challenges. Understanding these factors empowers you to make smarter adjustments and strengthen your resilience. Sharing your progress with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach can enhance accountability and provide valuable feedback. Discussing your achievements and challenges with someone who supports your goals creates a sense of community and encouragement. They might offer new perspectives or solutions you hadn't considered, accelerating your improvement. Celebrate milestones to reinforce positive behavior. Acknowledging your successes, no matter how small, builds confidence and motivation. Celebrations create a positive emotional connection to your efforts and make the journey enjoyable. Rewards don't need to be extravagant. A simple moment of recognition or a treat can sustain momentum. Regular progress tracking promotes discipline and focus. When you know you will review your efforts, you are more likely to stay committed and avoid distractions. This external structure supports your internal drive and helps maintain consistent action toward your goals. Tracking also sharpens your decision-making skills. As you review your progress and outcomes, you develop a better understanding of what works and what doesn't. This knowledge enables you to make more informed choices quickly, saving time and avoiding repeated mistakes. Don't hesitate to simplify your approach if tracking feels overwhelming. The goal is clarity and insight, not complexity. Choose a few meaningful metrics and focus on those. This simplicity increases the likelihood that you will maintain the habit of regular tracking and adjustment. Incorporate flexibility into your tracking system. Life circumstances change, and your goals might evolve. Adapt your tracking methods and metrics as needed to stay relevant and useful. Being open to change in your tracking process reflects the same mindset you apply to your overall growth. Remember that progress includes more than just results. It also involves the development of qualities like discipline, patience, and resilience. Track these intangible aspects by noting how your mindset and habits improve over time. This broader perspective encourages holistic growth and lasting success. Begin today by choosing a simple method to record one aspect of your progress related to your current goal. Commit to reviewing this data regularly and ask yourself how you can improve. Take one small action to adjust your approach based on what you learn. The habit of tracking progress combined with a willingness to adjust transforms how you work toward your goals. It moves you from aimless effort to deliberate and strategic action. This practice empowers you to overcome obstacles, capitalize on strengths, and maintain steady momentum. Your future depends on your ability to observe honestly, learn continuously, and adapt effectively. Tracking progress and adjusting your approach is a powerful way to ensure you stay on course and make the most of your potential. Commit to this cycle of reflection and action, and watch your life improve day by day. Chapter 8. Strengthen your mindset by practicing positive self-talk every morning. Starting your day with positive self-talk is one of the most powerful habits you can develop to strengthen your mindset. The words you say to yourself in the morning shape how you feel and influence your actions throughout the entire day. Positive self-talk isn't about pretending everything is perfect or ignoring challenges. It's about choosing to encourage, support, and believe in yourself regardless of circumstances. This simple practice rewires your brain to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. When you consistently speak kindly and confidently to yourself, you build mental resilience that carries you through difficulties and setbacks. The morning is the ideal time to practice positive self-talk because your mind is fresh and not yet overwhelmed by the day's noise. You have a chance to set the tone before external demands and distractions arrive. The statements you repeat become mental anchors that influence your mood, energy, and decision-making. Starting with encouragement creates momentum that makes it easier to maintain focus and determination when challenges arise. To begin, choose clear and uplifting statements that resonate with your goals and values. These statements should be simple, direct, and believable. Examples include, I am capable of handling whatever comes today. I choose to focus on what I can control. I have the strength to overcome obstacles, and I deserve success and happiness. Repeating these phrases aloud or silently helps your mind absorb them deeply and activates a confident mindset. Positive self-talk works because it changes the way your brain interprets experiences. Negative thoughts trigger stress and doubt, which impair your ability to think clearly and act decisively. Positive thoughts create calm, focus, and motivation. This shift isn't automatic. It requires practice and commitment. At first, you might notice your mind resisting or defaulting to old patterns. This is normal. With persistence, positive statements become your mental default, replacing limiting beliefs. Incorporate your positive self-talk practice into a morning routine to make it sustainable. Combine it with other habits like deep breathing, stretching, or journaling. This creates a ritual that signals your brain to prepare for a productive day. Consistency is key. The more regularly you practice, the stronger your mindset becomes. Over time, you'll find yourself naturally thinking positively even in difficult situations. Be mindful of the tone and emotion behind your self-talk. It should feel genuine and empowering, not forced or robotic. Speak to yourself as you would to a close friend, kindly, respectfully, and with understanding. Infuse your words with confidence and certainty. This emotional connection strengthens the impact of your affirmations and helps them penetrate deeper into your subconscious. Use positive self-talk to challenge and reframe negative thoughts as they arise. When you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this or I'm not good enough, replace it immediately with a positive statement like I am learning and improving every day, or I have the skills to succeed. This practice builds mental agility and reduces the power of self-doubt. It trains your brain to respond to setbacks with encouragement instead of criticism. Journaling your positive affirmations can enhance the practice. Writing down your statements reinforces their importance and helps clarify your intentions. Reviewing your journal regularly reminds you of your strengths and progress. This tangible record serves as a resource to revisit on challenging days when your confidence wavers. Surrounding yourself with positivity amplifies the benefits of morning self-talk. Seek out books, podcasts, or conversations that uplift and inspire you. Distance yourself from negative influences that drain your energy or reinforce limiting beliefs. Your environment shapes your thoughts, so curate it intentionally to support your mindset growth. Understand that strengthening your mindset is a lifelong process. Positive self-talk is a daily tool to nurture resilience, confidence, and clarity. It doesn't eliminate challenges, but prepares you to face them with courage and optimism. Each morning you invest in this practice, you build a foundation of mental strength that supports every area of your life. Patience is essential as you develop this habit. Some days your self-talk will feel powerful and uplifting. Other days it may seem hollow or difficult. Both experiences are part of growth. Stay committed through the ups and downs. Over time, you will notice a shift in how you approach problems, setbacks, and opportunities. Celebrate your progress as your mindset strengthens. Recognize moments when positive self-talk helped you overcome fear, take action, or maintain calm. These successes prove the effectiveness of your practice and motivate continued effort. Reinforcing positive change creates a cycle of growth and self-trust. Begin by setting aside a few minutes every morning to practice your chosen positive affirmations. Speak with intention and belief. Let the words sink in and influence your feelings. Combine this with mindful breathing or visualization to deepen the experience. Make this time non-negotiable, a sacred moment dedicated to your mental well-being. As you strengthen your mindset, you will find it easier to maintain focus, manage stress, and pursue your goals with determination. Positive self-talk becomes an internal coach, guiding you toward your best self. It builds a resilient mental environment where challenges become opportunities and setbacks become lessons. Remember that your words have power. The language you use with yourself shapes your reality. Choose words that empower, uplift, and inspire action. Practice positive self-talk every morning and watch how it transforms your mindset, your day, and ultimately your life. Chapter 9. Commit fully to your work even when no one is watching. True commitment means showing up and giving your best even when no one else is watching. It is easy to work hard when others are observing or praising you, but real character reveals itself in the quiet moments when you are alone with your tasks. This kind of dedication builds integrity, discipline, and self-respect. It is the foundation of lasting success because it doesn't rely on external validation. When you commit fully to your work in private, you create habits that fuel consistent progress and personal growth. This internal drive is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who settle for excuses. When no one is watching, distractions and temptations to quit can feel stronger. You might question the value of your efforts or doubt whether your work matters. It's in these moments that commitment becomes a choice, a deliberate decision to honor your purpose and responsibilities regardless of external recognition. This choice strengthens your mindset and builds confidence because you learn to rely on yourself rather than others for motivation. Consistently committing fully in private requires clarity about your why. When you deeply understand why your work matters to you, it becomes easier to push through boredom, frustration, or fatigue. Your purpose acts as an internal compass guiding your actions even when external rewards are absent. This connection to your why creates meaning and fuels perseverance. To cultivate this habit, create clear standards for your work that apply whether others are present or not. Define what quality means for you and hold yourself accountable to those standards at all times. Avoid shortcuts. half efforts, or excuses. When you set high expectations for yourself privately, you build pride in your work and develop the discipline needed to maintain excellence long-term. Building rituals around your work also supports full commitment. Design a consistent schedule and environment that minimizes distractions and primes you for focus. When your routine is structured, it becomes easier to engage deeply, even without supervision or pressure. This structure builds momentum and reduces reliance on willpower alone. Embrace responsibility fully. Taking ownership of your tasks means you accept that the outcome depends on your effort and choices. This mindset shifts you from reactive to proactive. Instead of waiting for direction or approval, you lead yourself. Responsibility encourages a sense of empowerment and control over your results. Recognize that your private efforts compound over time. The work you do unseen today creates the foundation for visible success tomorrow. Small actions done consistently in solitude prepare you for bigger opportunities and challenges. This unseen work builds skills, knowledge, and habits that set you apart. Self-respect grows as you commit fully, without external applause. You develop trust in your own abilities and character. This internal respect reduces anxiety about how others perceive you and increases confidence in your decisions and actions. It liberates you from dependence on approval or recognition. Accountability tools help maintain commitment when alone. Track your progress, set goals, or share your intentions with a trusted friend. Even if others don't see your daily work, knowing someone else is aware of your goals creates a sense of responsibility. Accountability partners provide encouragement and reminders when motivation wanes. Mental toughness develops through repeated practice of full commitment. You train yourself to persist through discomfort, boredom, and setbacks. This resilience is essential for overcoming obstacles that inevitably arise on the path to achievement. Strengthening mental toughness in private prepares you for public challenges with confidence. Avoid comparing your private work to others' public achievements. Everyone has unseen efforts behind their success. Focus on your own growth rather than external benchmarks. Comparison leads to discouragement and distracts from consistent commitment. Your journey is unique and requires your full attention. Celebrate your discipline in private moments. Acknowledge the strength it takes to stay committed without immediate rewards or recognition. This celebration reinforces positive habits and encourages you to keep showing up consistently. Positive reinforcement helps sustain long-term commitment. Understand that commitment is a choice you make daily. It is not dependent on feelings or circumstances. You may not always feel motivated, but you can always choose to act with purpose and dedication. This choice builds self-mastery and empowers you to overcome obstacles. Avoid letting distractions steal your focus during private work. Turn off notifications, create boundaries with others, and minimize temptations. Protecting your environment supports your commitment by reducing interruptions and preserving mental energy. A distraction-free space allows deeper concentration and higher quality work. Remember that consistent private commitment influences your reputation and relationships indirectly. People notice your results, reliability, and character over time. The work you do alone reflects in your public life. Strong private discipline leads to trust and respect from others. Practice self-compassion when facing lapses in commitment. If you miss a session or lose focus, don't punish yourself harshly. Acknowledge the setback and recommit immediately. Forgiving yourself maintains momentum and prevents discouragement from derailing progress. Commitment without constant supervision is a mark of maturity and professionalism. It demonstrates that you value your time and goals enough to put in the effort regardless of external pressure. This attitude opens doors and creates opportunities that depend on reliability and integrity. Incorporate reminders of your commitment around your workspace. Visual cues like quotes, goals, or personal mission statements keep your purpose front and center. These reminders inspire you to maintain high standards and push through moments of low motivation. Develop a mindset that values process over recognition. Focus on doing the work well for its own sake, not just for praise or rewards. This intrinsic motivation sustains your effort when external incentives fade. Finding satisfaction in effort itself creates lasting engagement and excellence. Build habits that make commitment automatic. When your work becomes routine, it requires less mental energy to begin and sustain. Consistent habits reduce reliance on willpower and increase productivity. Habit formation transforms commitment from a struggle into a natural part of your day. Use visualization techniques to reinforce your commitment. Imagine yourself completing tasks fully and feeling proud of your work. Visualization prepares your mind for success and enhances motivation. Seeing yourself committed even in solitude makes it easier to follow through in reality. Recognize that the discipline you develop while working alone strengthens your character in all areas of life. This self-control spills over into relationships, health, and personal goals. Commitment to your work builds a foundation for holistic success. Challenge yourself regularly to increase your commitment level. Set new goals or higher standards that push you beyond comfort zones. Growth occurs when you stretch your limits, and private commitment provides the safe space to build that strength. Stay focused on your long-term vision when motivation fluctuates. Remind yourself that private work is an investment in your future. This perspective helps you maintain consistency through ups and downs. Keeping your eyes on the big picture fuels persistence. Lastly, remember that your commitment when no one is watching defines your true character. It shows who you are at your core and shapes the life you build. Every moment of dedicated work alone is a step toward becoming the person you want to be. This silent dedication is the real work that creates lasting success and fulfillment. Chapter 10. Learn from failure quickly and use it as motivation. Failure is not a destination, but a stepping stone that offers invaluable lessons. When you experience setbacks, the critical choice is how quickly you learn and move forward. Dwelling on mistakes or feeling defeated only delays progress. Instead, embrace failure as a source of information about what doesn't work, then adjust your approach. This mindset turns obstacles into motivation rather than reasons to quit. Rapid learning from failure accelerates growth because it sharpens your awareness and strengthens your problem-solving skills. It's essential to develop a habit of reflecting on failures promptly and extracting clear insights without letting emotions cloud judgment. Seeing failure as a teacher changes your relationship with risk and effort. Instead of fearing mistakes, you become curious about what they reveal. This curiosity opens the door to experimentation and innovation, which are key ingredients of success. The quicker you analyze your missteps and implement changes, the sooner you build resilience and confidence. This cycle of trial, error, and improvement becomes your path forward, pushing you closer to your goals. To harness failure's power, first acknowledge what happened honestly. Avoid excuses or blaming others, because that only slows your ability to learn. Objectivity allows you to identify specific actions or decisions that led to undesired outcomes. Break down the situation into manageable parts and ask what you can do differently next time. This clarity reduces frustration and creates a clear roadmap for improvement. After reflection, shift your focus to actionable steps. Define what you will change or try moving forward and commit to that plan. Taking immediate action prevents stagnation and reinforces your belief in progress. Even small adjustments compound over time, turning failures into stepping stones for success. This proactive mindset helps maintain momentum and keeps discouragement at bay. Using failure as motivation means connecting the experience to your bigger purpose. Remind yourself why you started and what you want to achieve. This perspective fuels determination by transforming setbacks into fuel rather than obstacles. Visualizing the benefits of perseverance strengthens your commitment during tough times. Motivation rooted in meaning outlasts temporary feelings of disappointment. Developing emotional control is crucial when dealing with failure. It's normal to feel frustration, embarrassment, or doubt, but these emotions should not dictate your actions. Practice calming techniques like deep breathing or mindful pauses to regain clarity. Managing emotions allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. This self-regulation enhances your ability to learn quickly and act decisively. Seek feedback from trusted sources to gain new perspectives on your failures. Others may spot blind spots or offer suggestions you missed. Constructive criticism is a powerful tool for improvement when approached with openness. Surround yourself with people who encourage growth and challenge you to do better. Their support and insights enrich your learning process. Avoid the trap of perfectionism that paralyzes progress out of fear of failure. Accept that mistakes are inevitable on the path to mastery. Embrace a growth mindset that values effort and learning over flawless outcomes. This attitude reduces anxiety and encourages continuous experimentation. Each failure becomes an opportunity to refine your skills and strategies. Record your failures and lessons learned in a journal or log. Writing down your experiences helps solidify insights and track your growth. Reviewing past challenges reminds you of how far you've come and reinforces resilience. This practice builds confidence by showing that setbacks are temporary and soluble. Use failure stories to inspire yourself and others. Sharing honest accounts of mistakes and recovery builds connection and normalizes struggle. It reduces shame and fosters a culture of perseverance. Hearing how failure led to eventual success encourages a healthier outlook and motivates sustained effort. When setbacks happen, resist the urge to blame external circumstances or other people. Taking full responsibility empowers you to make meaningful changes. Victim mentality disempowers and keeps you stuck. Owning your role in failure puts you in control of the solution and future results. Maintain a flexible mindset that welcomes change after failure. Sometimes goals or methods need adjustment based on what you learn. Rigidity wastes energy and limits growth. Openness to pivoting or redefining success allows you to navigate challenges more effectively and reach fulfillment. Practice gratitude, even in failure, by acknowledging the opportunity to grow. Gratitude shifts your focus from loss to gain and promotes a positive outlook. It reminds you that every experience contributes to your development. This attitude fosters resilience and keeps motivation high. Reframe failures as experiments that provide valuable data. This scientific approach removes emotional weight and encourages logical analysis. Viewing setbacks objectively accelerates problem-solving and innovation. You become a student of your own journey with curiosity instead of fear. Consistently applying these principles creates a cycle of continuous improvement. You learn fast, adapt quickly, and move forward stronger. This momentum builds unstoppable progress and deepens self-trust. Failure loses its power to discourage and becomes your ally in success. Remember that every successful person has faced multiple failures. What distinguishes them is how quickly and effectively they learned from those failures. Your ability to do the same determines your growth trajectory. Embrace failure as an essential teacher on your path rather than a barrier. Ultimately, Learning from failure quickly and using it as motivation transforms setbacks into powerful opportunities. It shifts your mindset from victim to victor, from fear to courage. This transformation unleashes your potential and fuels a lifetime of achievement. Chapter 11. Create boundaries to protect your time and energy effectively. Creating boundaries to protect your time and energy is one of the most important steps toward living a focused, unfulfilling life. Without clear limits, your energy gets drained by endless demands, distractions, and interruptions. When you fail to protect your time, you lose control over your priorities and risk burning out. Boundaries are not about pushing people away or being rigid. They are about honoring your commitments to yourself, so you can give your best where it matters most. Setting boundaries means saying no to things that don't serve your goals or well-being, and yes to what fuels your growth. To create effective boundaries, start by identifying what activities, people, or habits consume your time without adding value. This requires honest reflection. Track how you spend your day for a few days and note what drains your energy or pulls you off course. Awareness is the first step to change. You can't protect your time if you don't know where it's going. Look for patterns like frequent social media checking, unnecessary meetings, or people who interrupt you constantly. Once you recognize these time and energy drains, decide what you can eliminate or reduce. This is where the power of saying no becomes essential. Saying no is not selfish, it's self-care. It protects your ability to say yes to important goals and relationships. You don't owe everyone your time or attention. Learning to say no firmly and kindly preserves your focus and reduces stress. Establish clear rules for yourself around your work and personal time. Define specific hours when you are available and times when you are off limits. Communicate these boundaries openly to family, friends, and colleagues. When others understand your limits, they are more likely to respect them. Consistency in enforcing these rules builds respect for your time and reduces guilt. Technology can be both a tool and a thief of your time. Set boundaries around your device usage by turning off notifications, scheduling times to check emails or messages, and using apps that limit distractions. Protect your mental energy by avoiding multitasking and focusing deeply on one task at a time. This improves productivity and leaves more time for rest and meaningful activity. Create physical boundaries in your workspace and home environment. A dedicated, clutter-free workspace signals your brain to focus and reduces distractions. If you work from home, use physical cues like closing a door or wearing headphones to indicate you are not to be disturbed. This creates a mental barrier that helps others respect your time. Prioritize self-care by setting boundaries that protect your rest and health. Ensure you get enough sleep, eat nourishing food, and schedule regular breaks. Boundaries around rest are not optional. They are essential for sustained energy and performance. Protect your energy as fiercely as you protect your time. Practice being assertive when enforcing your boundaries. It's normal to feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are used to saying yes to everyone. Remember that setting limits benefits you and those around you. When you manage your time and energy well, you become more reliable, present, and effective. Assertiveness grows with practice and leads to greater confidence. Review your boundaries regularly and adjust them as needed. Your priorities and circumstances change over time. What worked last year may no longer serve you. Stay flexible while maintaining core principles that protect your well-being and goals. Continuous boundary management is part of personal growth. Recognize when your boundaries are being tested or ignored. This may happen with persistent requests, guilt-tripping, or resistance. Stand firm without justification or apology. Protecting your time and energy is non-negotiable. Over time, others will learn to respect your limits, if you remain consistent. Boundaries also apply to your mental and emotional energy. Avoid engaging in negative conversations or toxic relationships that drain your spirit. Protect your peace by choosing what you expose yourself to mentally and emotionally. This keeps your focus sharp and your mindset positive. Develop habits that support boundary maintenance. Start your day by reviewing your schedule and commitments. Prepare mentally for potential interruptions and decide in advance how you will handle them. This proactive approach reduces stress and keeps you on track. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries and support your goals. Positive relationships reinforce your commitment to protecting your time and energy. Avoid those who consistently disrespect your limits or demand more than you can give. Understand that creating boundaries is a process that takes patience and persistence. You will encounter resistance internally and externally. Stay committed to your well-being and long-term success. Each boundary you set strengthens your ability to focus and perform at your best. Use boundary setting as a tool for empowerment. When you control your time and energy, you reclaim your life from chaos and distraction. This control builds confidence and peace of mind. It allows you to invest fully in what matters most to you. Keep in mind that boundaries are a form of respect for yourself and others. Clear limits create healthy expectations and reduce misunderstandings. They promote honesty and trust in your relationships and work. When people know where you stand, interactions become smoother and more productive. Avoid feeling guilty for protecting your time. Guilt is often a sign that you are breaking old habits of people-pleasing or overcommitment. Replace guilt with pride in your ability to prioritize and focus. This mindset shift supports your long-term growth. Track how boundary setting improves your productivity and well-being. Notice how your energy levels, stress, and accomplishments change when you protect your time. Use these observations as motivation to maintain your boundaries consistently. Remember that every moment spent respecting your boundaries adds to your capacity for success and happiness. It frees you to focus on your goals, relationships, and self-care. Boundaries create space for growth, creativity, and joy. In summary, effective boundaries are essential tools to guard your time and energy. They require clarity, assertiveness, and consistency. Setting and maintaining boundaries protects your focus, reduces stress, and empowers you to live intentionally. Guard your time as your most valuable resource and watch how your life transforms through this simple yet powerful practice. Chapter 12. Surround yourself with people who support your ambitions daily. Surrounding yourself with people who support your ambitions every day is one of the smartest investments you can make in your personal growth. The people around you influence your mindset, habits, and energy more than you might realize. When you spend time with those who encourage your dreams and push you to improve, you naturally rise to a higher level. Their belief in you can fuel your confidence and keep you motivated even when things get tough. On the other hand, toxic or unsupportive people can drain your energy, sow doubt, and hold you back from reaching your potential. Choosing who you allow into your daily life is not just important, it is essential for long-term success. The first step is to recognize the kind of influence your current relationships have on you. Reflect honestly on how you feel after spending time with certain people. Do they inspire action, growth, and positivity? Or do they leave you feeling discouraged, anxious, or stuck? This awareness helps you understand who truly supports your ambitions and who might be hindering your progress. Supportive people celebrate your wins and encourage you to learn from setbacks. They listen without judgment and offer honest advice. They challenge you kindly and respect your goals. Building a circle of supporters means actively seeking out those who align with your values and aspirations. Surround yourself with people who take responsibility for their own growth and have a mindset geared toward improvement. You don't need to isolate yourself from those who don't share your ambitions, but prioritize meaningful connections that uplift you. Join groups, communities, or networks where personal development and ambition are common. These environments foster motivation and offer opportunities to learn from others' experiences. Daily interaction with supportive individuals creates momentum. Their energy is contagious and makes your own efforts feel more achievable. Positive social reinforcement encourages you to keep pushing forward, even when motivation fades. When challenges arise, these relationships provide encouragement and perspective. They remind you that you're not alone and that setbacks are part of the journey. Supportive friends hold you accountable with kindness and help you stay aligned with your goals. Communication plays a vital role in nurturing these relationships. Be open about your ambitions and share your progress and struggles honestly. Vulnerability builds trust and deepens connections. When you express your needs and intentions clearly, people can support you better. Likewise, offer your support genuinely to others in their pursuits. Mutual encouragement strengthens bonds and creates a community of growth. Evaluate your social habits to ensure you are spending quality time with your supporters. It's easy to get caught in routines that don't serve your goals. Make deliberate choices to engage in conversations and activities that inspire growth. Limit time with individuals who drain your energy or distract you from your path. This may require difficult decisions, but is necessary for your progress. Use technology wisely to maintain connections with supportive people, even if they are not physically close. Video calls, messaging apps, and online communities can keep you connected to mentors and peers who encourage your ambitions. Regular communication, even virtually, helps maintain motivation and accountability. Pay attention to how your support network influences your mindset daily. Positive relationships reinforce your belief in your capabilities and reduce self-doubt. They provide new ideas, perspectives, and resources that you may not have discovered alone. This diverse input enriches your growth and helps you avoid stagnation. Create routines that incorporate time with your supporters. This could be weekly check-ins, group workouts, book discussions, or brainstorming sessions. Consistency in these interactions strengthens your commitment to your goals and builds lasting relationships. Shared experiences and goals create a powerful sense of community and belonging. Don't underestimate the power of mentorship in your support system. Find mentors who have achieved what you aspire to and learn from their wisdom and guidance. Their experience shortens your learning curve and helps you avoid common mistakes. Mentors provide honest feedback and inspire you to reach higher standards. Supportive relationships also help you develop emotional resilience. When you face criticism or self-doubt, these people remind you of your worth and potential. They help you keep perspective and encourage constructive responses to setbacks. Emotional strength is vital for sustained effort and success. Recognize that building a supportive network is an ongoing process. People change, and so do your needs. Regularly assess your relationships and adjust accordingly. Don't hesitate to seek new connections when necessary to stay aligned with your ambitions. Continuously nurture your existing relationships with gratitude and effort. Be mindful to contribute positively to your support network. Encouragement and genuine interest in others create reciprocity. When you uplift others, you reinforce your own growth mindset and strengthen your community. Collaboration and mutual support multiply the benefits of any individual effort. Protect your mental space by setting boundaries even within your support network. Sometimes well-meaning advice or criticism can feel overwhelming. It's okay to filter feedback and focus on what serves your growth best. A healthy network respects your autonomy and supports you without judgment. Celebrate progress and milestones together. Sharing successes with those who support you amplifies joy and motivation. It also builds a culture of achievement that inspires everyone involved. Collective celebration reinforces positive habits and commitment. Understand that surrounding yourself with supportive people is not about perfection. Everyone has flaws and challenges. Focus on the overall influence and intention behind relationships, rather than expecting ideal behavior. Genuine support comes from connection and shared growth, not perfection. Use setbacks or failures as opportunities to strengthen your support network. Reach out when you need help or encouragement, instead of isolating yourself. True supporters step in during difficult times and help you regain focus and motivation. Recognize the influence of your support network on your identity. The people you spend time with shape how you see yourself and what you believe is possible. Choose to surround yourself with individuals who embody qualities you want to develop. Their presence elevates your standards and aspirations. Make your ambition visible to those around you. Share your goals and progress to inspire others and invite support. When your intentions are clear, people are more likely to engage meaningfully. Transparency builds accountability and creates a support system aligned with your vision. Invest time in building deep connections rather than superficial acquaintances. Quality over quantity matters when it comes to support. Deep relationships provide trust, honest feedback, and sustained encouragement. These bonds become pillars of strength during challenging times. Use your support network as a source of inspiration and motivation daily. Hearing stories of perseverance and success from others fuels your own commitment. Their journeys remind you that growth is possible and worth pursuing. Develop the habit of gratitude for your support system. Acknowledge the role others play in your growth and express appreciation regularly. Gratitude strengthens relationships and creates a positive atmosphere that encourages continued support. Remember that support is a two-way street. While it's important to receive encouragement, your role in giving support is equally valuable. Helping others grow reinforces your own growth and builds a community of success. In summary, surrounding yourself with people who support your ambitions daily is a strategic and vital choice for personal growth. It provides motivation, accountability, inspiration, and emotional resilience. Choose your relationships carefully and nurture them with honesty, communication, and gratitude. This environment becomes the fertile ground from which your ambitions can thrive. Protect your circle, contribute positively, and watch how your life transforms when you consistently engage with those who truly believe in your potential. Chapter 13. Invest time in learning new skills relevant to your goals. Investing time in learning new skills related to your goals is one of the most reliable ways to stay ahead and build lasting success. Growth doesn't happen by chance, it's the result of deliberate effort and ongoing education. When you commit to improving your abilities every day, you open doors to new opportunities and strengthen your confidence. Skills are the tools that transform ideas into action and challenges into achievements. No matter your age or background, continuous learning keeps your mind sharp and your future promising. The first step is to identify the skills most relevant to your ambitions. This requires clarity about what you want to achieve. Break your big goals into specific skill areas that support them. For example, if you want to grow a business, you might focus on marketing, sales, leadership, or financial management. If you aim to improve your health, you might learn about nutrition, exercise techniques, or mental wellness practices. Being precise about what skills to learn directs your time and energy efficiently. Once you know which skills to develop, create a practical plan for learning. Set aside daily or weekly blocks of time dedicated solely to skill building. Consistency matters more than intensity. Even small daily efforts accumulate to significant progress over time. Prioritize quality learning over quantity. It's better to master one concept fully than to skim many topics without depth. Use a variety of learning methods that fit your style and schedule. Books, online courses, podcasts, videos, and workshops all offer valuable knowledge. Engage actively with the material by taking notes, practicing exercises, and applying concepts immediately. Passive consumption won't produce lasting change. Find ways to integrate new skills into your daily routines and projects. Don't be afraid to start from scratch or feel inexperienced. Every expert was once a beginner. Embrace the learning process with patience and humility. Mistakes and setbacks are natural parts of growth. Use them as feedback to adjust and improve, rather than reasons to quit. Persistence through challenges builds mastery and resilience. Seek feedback from mentors, peers, or coaches who can provide guidance and hold you accountable. External perspectives help you identify blind spots and accelerate your progress. Join communities or groups focused on the skills you want to learn. Collaboration and discussion deepen understanding and motivation. Apply your new skills consistently in real-world situations. Theory alone is not enough. Action turns knowledge into competence. Look for opportunities to practice, experiment, and refine your abilities. This practical application builds confidence and reveals areas for improvement. Track your progress regularly to stay motivated and focused. Set milestones and celebrate small wins. Recognizing your growth fuels momentum and commitment. Adjust your learning plan as needed based on your results and evolving goals. Flexibility allows you to stay aligned with what matters most. Balance learning with rest and reflection. Overloading yourself with too much information can cause burnout and reduce retention. Schedule breaks to absorb new knowledge and let your mind integrate what you've learned. Reflection helps you connect new skills with your larger vision and purpose. Stay curious and open-minded. Learning is a lifelong journey, not a one-time task. The world changes rapidly, and staying adaptable requires ongoing education. Cultivate a mindset that welcomes new challenges and seeks out fresh perspectives. This attitude keeps your skills relevant and your ambitions alive. Avoid distractions and multitasking while learning. Focused attention enhances comprehension and memory. Create an environment conducive to deep work where interruptions are minimized. Quality learning sessions, even if brief, outweigh longer but fragmented efforts. Recognize the value of investing in yourself through education. Time spent learning is an investment with high returns in confidence, capability, and opportunity. Prioritize this investment above short-term pleasures or distractions. Discipline in learning builds discipline in all areas of life. Use setbacks in your learning journey as opportunities to strengthen your commitment. When progress feels slow or difficult, remind yourself why you started. Persistence through frustration separates those who succeed from those who give up. Your dedication to skill building reflects your belief in your own potential. Incorporate learning goals into your daily planning. Treat skill development as a non-negotiable part of your routine alongside work and rest. This structure makes continuous improvement habitual and less vulnerable to distractions or excuses. Celebrate how each new skill enhances your ability to create the life you want. Skills empower you to solve problems, make decisions, and connect with others more effectively. They expand your influence and open new paths for growth. A commitment to learning transforms ambition into achievement. In conclusion, investing time in learning new skills aligned with your goals is a fundamental habit for lasting success. It requires clarity, planning, consistency, and a growth mindset. By dedicating yourself to daily skill building, seeking feedback, and applying knowledge actively, you cultivate the competence and confidence to realize your ambitions. Make learning a priority, stay curious, and embrace challenges as opportunities. This continuous effort creates a powerful foundation for personal and professional transformation. Chapter 14. Manage your emotions to stay focused under pressure. Managing your emotions when pressure mounts is a skill that separates those who crumble from those who conquer. Pressure will come in many forms: deadlines, unexpected problems, criticism, or even personal struggles. Your ability to stay focused and calm during these moments determines how well you perform and how far you go. Emotions, when left unchecked, can cloud judgment, drain energy, and disrupt progress. Learning to manage them is not about suppressing feelings, but about recognizing and directing them constructively. The first step is awareness. Notice how your body and mind react when stress builds. Do you feel your heart race, your thoughts spiral, or your patience wear thin? Identifying these signals early helps you intervene before emotions take control. This self-awareness is a form of power. When you know what's happening inside, you can choose how to respond rather than reacting blindly. Breathing techniques are simple yet powerful tools for managing emotional spikes. Slow, deep breaths help calm the nervous system and clear your mind. When pressure rises, pause and focus solely on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, hold briefly, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this severals. This practice lowers stress hormones and creates mental space for thoughtful action. Reframing your perspective under pressure changes the entire experience. Instead of seeing stress as an enemy, view it as a signal that you're pushing your limits and growing. This mindset shift reduces fear and anxiety. When challenges arise, remind yourself that pressure is temporary and manageable. You control your reaction, not the situation itself. Create mental anchors or routines that ground you during tense moments. This could be a short phrase you repeat internally, a physical gesture like pressing your thumb and forefinger together, or recalling a calm memory. These anchors redirect your focus and prevent emotional overwhelm. Train your mind to access these tools quickly when needed. Emotional management also means setting realistic expectations. Pressure often intensifies when you demand perfection or fear failure. Accept that mistakes are part of progress and that doing your best is enough. Lowering unrealistic standards reduces self-imposed stress and frees mental energy for productive work. Develop emotional resilience by exposing yourself gradually to pressure situations. Start with smaller challenges and build tolerance over time. This training strengthens your ability to stay composed and focused during bigger trials. Each success reinforces confidence and emotional control. Physical self-care supports emotional stability. Lack of sleep, poor nutrition, and inactivity increase vulnerability to stress. Prioritize healthy habits that sustain energy and balance hormones. When your body feels strong, your mind is better equipped to handle emotional demands. Learn to recognize emotional triggers, specific people, situations, or thoughts that escalate stress. Awareness allows you to prepare or avoid unnecessary triggers when possible. When exposure is unavoidable, use coping strategies like reframing and breathing to stay centered. Practice mindfulness to enhance your emotional control. Mindfulness involves observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This skill helps you detach from emotional reactions and view them objectively. Regular mindfulness practice improves focus, reduces anxiety, and boosts mental clarity. Cultivate patience and self-compassion during pressure. Being hard on yourself increases tension and reduces performance. Treat yourself kindly, acknowledging that pressure is a shared human experience. Encouraging inner dialogue calms nerves and nurtures persistence. Use visualization techniques to prepare mentally for high-pressure situations. Picture yourself handling stress calmly and succeeding despite challenges. This mental rehearsal builds confidence and reduces fear. Visualization programs your brain for positive outcomes, making them more likely in reality. Communication also plays a role in managing emotions. Express your feelings clearly and constructively instead of bottling them up. Sharing concerns with trusted individuals provides relief and perspective. Supportive conversations help regulate emotions and prevent isolation. Create boundaries to protect yourself from unnecessary stress. Learn to say no to additional demands that overwhelm your capacity. Prioritize tasks and focus on what truly matters. Managing your workload prevents burnout and keeps your emotional resources intact. When emotions run high, pause before reacting. This moment of reflection allows you to choose a thoughtful response rather than an impulsive one. Developing this habit improves decision-making and maintains professionalism in difficult situations. Practice gratitude even under pressure. Focusing on positive aspects shifts attention away from stress and uplifts your mood. Gratitude cultivates resilience by reminding you of what's going well and what you can control. Keep a journal to process emotions and track your responses to pressure. Writing clarifies thoughts and reveals patterns in your emotional reactions. Reviewing entries over time highlights progress and areas needing attention. Engage in regular physical activity as a natural outlet for stress. Exercise releases endorphins that improve mood and reduce anxiety. It also enhances focus and energy levels, making emotional management easier. Build a support system of friends, mentors, or colleagues who understand your challenges. Having people to talk to and lean on during stressful times reduces feelings of isolation. Supportive relationships provide encouragement and practical advice. Remember that mastering emotions is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself and celebrate improvements, no matter how small. Each moment you choose calm over chaos strengthens your emotional muscle. In moments of intense pressure, remind yourself of your past successes and capabilities. Drawing on your experience builds confidence and reduces doubt. Trust in your ability to navigate challenges effectively. Accept that some things are beyond your control and focus on what you can influence. This mindset reduces unnecessary worry and conserves mental energy for productive efforts. Practice grounding techniques like focusing on your senses to stay present. Notice the feel of your feet on the ground, the sounds around you, or the sensation of your breath. Staying present prevents spiraling into fear or frustration. Avoid substances like excessive caffeine or alcohol that can worsen emotional instability. Maintain a lifestyle that supports steady mood and clear thinking. In conclusion, managing your emotions to stay focused under pressure is essential for achieving your goals. It requires awareness, intentional strategies, and consistent practice. By developing tools like mindful breathing, perspective shifts, realistic expectations, and supportive routines, you build resilience and clarity. Your emotional mastery allows you to perform at your best even when challenges arise. This skill not only enhances your productivity, but also enriches your overall well-being. Embrace the responsibility to manage your emotions daily and watch how it transforms your life and success. Chapter 15. Set clear priorities and tackle the hardest tasks first. Setting clear priorities and tackling the hardest tasks first is a strategy that transforms your productivity and sharpens your focus. The moment you define what truly matters, you gain direction and avoid wasting time on trivial things. When you face the hardest tasks head-on, you build momentum and reduce anxiety that comes from procrastination. This approach is not about working harder, but about working smarter. Prioritization clarifies your purpose each day, making your effort more impactful. Facing difficult challenges early energizes you, boosts confidence, and sets the tone for success. The first step is to distinguish between urgent tasks and important tasks. Urgent tasks scream for immediate attention, but may not always align with your long-term goals. Important tasks contribute directly to your objectives and growth. Prioritizing important tasks ensures your energy goes into what truly moves you forward, rather than just reacting to daily noise. Write down your goals and daily to-do list with clarity. This simple act removes guesswork and helps you focus. Review your list each morning and ask yourself, which tasks will have the greatest positive impact? Rank them in order of priority. This visual clarity helps avoid distractions and unnecessary multitasking. Identify the hardest task on your list, the one that requires the most effort, focus, or courage. This task often carries the most weight for your progress. Resist the temptation to postpone it. Commit to starting with this challenge before anything else. You'll notice that once you begin, the rest of your day feels easier. Create a routine that schedules time for your hardest tasks during your peak energy hours. For many, this is the morning when the mind is fresh and undistracted. Protect this time fiercely and treat it as non-negotiable. Avoid checking emails, social media, or other interruptions during this focused period. Break down large or intimidating tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This makes starting less overwhelming and progress measurable. Completing these smaller steps builds momentum and confidence. Use a timer or the Pomodoro technique to work intensely for short bursts, followed by brief breaks to maintain sharpness. Avoid multitasking, which splits your attention and reduces quality. Focus fully on one hard task at a time until it is complete or has reached a good stopping point. Single tasking allows deeper concentration and better outcomes. Recognize the psychological benefits of tackling hard tasks first. Completing a difficult challenge releases a sense of accomplishment that fuels motivation for the rest of the day. It reduces mental clutter and stress caused by looming unfinished work. This eat the frog mentality builds discipline and resilience. Track your progress and reflect on how prioritizing difficult tasks influences your productivity. Adjust your approach if certain tasks consistently get delayed or cause excessive stress. Learn to delegate or remove tasks that don't align with your goals. Use positive self-talk and visualization before starting your hardest tasks. Picture yourself succeeding and the relief you'll feel afterward. This mental preparation reduces fear and builds determination. Practice saying no to low-priority requests and distractions that interfere with your focus on important work. Protecting your time is a form of self-respect and strategic investment. Celebrate the completion of tough tasks as milestones. Reward yourself in small ways to reinforce positive behavior and persistence. Understand that your energy and focus are limited resources. Prioritizing means investing these resources where they yield the highest return. Treat your focus like a precious asset. Build accountability by sharing your priorities and progress with a trusted friend, mentor, or coach. This external check helps maintain commitment and provides encouragement. Keep a journal of daily priorities and accomplishments. Writing consolidates your commitment and offers insight into patterns of productivity and procrastination. Embrace discomfort and uncertainty that come with difficult tasks. Growth rarely happens in comfort zones. Facing challenges expands your skills and confidence. Use technology wisely by setting reminders, blocking distracting websites, or using productivity apps that support your prioritization. Remember that perfectionism can hinder progress. Start the hardest task with the intention to learn and improve, rather than to perform flawlessly on the first attempt. Reflect nightly on your prioritization choices. Ask what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve tomorrow. This habit sharpens your decision-making over time. Understand that some days will be more productive than others. Consistency over perfection is key. Prioritization is a skill developed through practice, patience, and persistence. In conclusion, setting clear priorities and tackling the hardest tasks first reshapes how you work and grow. It requires clarity, courage, and discipline. By focusing on what matters most and confronting challenges early, you gain control over your day and progress steadily toward your goals. This approach builds momentum, reduces stress, and cultivates a mindset of resilience and achievement. Prioritize wisely, act decisively, and watch how your productivity and confidence soar. Chapter 16. Practice gratitude to maintain motivation and a positive outlook. Practicing gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to keep your motivation strong and your outlook positive. When life feels heavy and challenges pile up, gratitude becomes the anchor that steadies your mind and lifts your spirit. It is a conscious decision to notice and appreciate the good in your life, no matter how small it may seem. This practice rewires your brain to focus on abundance instead of lack, making obstacles feel more manageable and progress more rewarding. Start by acknowledging 3 things you are thankful for every day. These don't have to be big or grand. Even the simple comforts like a warm bed, a good meal, or a kind word can shift your perspective. Writing them down or speaking them aloud turns gratitude into a habit, rooting it firmly in your daily routine. This habit trains your mind to seek positivity instead of dwelling on negatives. Gratitude nurtures motivation by reminding you of progress already made and resources at your disposal. When you appreciate how far you've come, it fuels your desire to keep moving forward. It changes the narrative from, "I have so much to do," to "I have what I need to succeed." This shift in mindset makes work feel more purposeful and less burdensome. Incorporate gratitude into your morning and evening rituals. In the morning, it sets a tone of optimism and readiness to tackle the day. At night, it helps you reflect on achievements and lessons, reinforcing a sense of fulfillment. This consistency builds emotional resilience against setbacks and discouragement. Gratitude also improves relationships, which are vital for sustained motivation. When you express appreciation to others, you strengthen connections and create an environment of support and encouragement. Positive relationships provide emotional fuel during tough times and celebrate victories with you. When facing difficulties, gratitude allows you to see beyond the immediate pain. It helps you find lessons in failures and hope in struggles. This broader perspective reduces stress and prevents negative emotions from taking over. It encourages a proactive approach to problem solving rather than a victim mindset. Practicing gratitude boosts mental health by lowering anxiety and depression. It increases happiness by activating brain regions linked to reward and pleasure. This mental boost improves focus and energy, making it easier to pursue goals with enthusiasm. Keep a gratitude journal to track what you appreciate daily. Reviewing past entries on hard days reminds you that good things exist even when they are hard to see. This journal becomes a personal treasure that sustains your motivation over time. Avoid comparing yourself to others, which often breeds dissatisfaction. Gratitude focuses on your unique journey and achievements, fostering self-acceptance and contentment. When you celebrate your own progress, Motivation arises naturally from within. Practice gratitude during challenges by finding at least one positive aspect in any situation. This might be the support you received, the strength you discovered, or the knowledge gained. Recognizing these positives transforms obstacles into stepping stones. Incorporate gratitude into your goals by appreciating the effort you put in daily, rather than waiting for external rewards. This internal recognition encourages persistence and joy in the process, not just the outcome. Use visual reminders like notes or objects that evoke gratitude to keep your focus positive throughout the day. These cues trigger feelings of thankfulness even during stressful moments. Gratitude helps maintain balance by reminding you that life is not only about achievement, but also about appreciating experiences and connections. This balance prevents burnout and keeps your motivation sustainable. Celebrate small wins with gratitude. Each step forward deserves acknowledgement. This practice builds confidence and a positive feedback loop that drives continued effort. Share your gratitude with others openly. Expressing thanks builds trust and goodwill, creating a network of positive energy around you. This support system strengthens your motivation and keeps you grounded. Avoid forcing gratitude when you feel overwhelmed. Instead, start small by noticing neutral things and gradually find positives. This gentle approach respects your emotional state while guiding you toward a healthier mindset. Use gratitude to cultivate patience. Recognizing progress, no matter how slow, keeps you steady and prevents frustration. Patience paired with gratitude sustains long-term motivation. Reflect on past hardships overcome and be thankful for the strength gained. This reflection builds resilience and reminds you of your capacity to endure and grow. Practice gratitude physically by smiling or adopting a relaxed posture when thinking of things you appreciate. These actions reinforce positive feelings through body-mind connection. Incorporate gratitude breaks during your workday to reset your mindset. Brief moments of appreciation can reduce stress and renew focus, enhancing productivity. Avoid taking things for granted. Awareness of privileges and opportunities deepens gratitude and inspires you to make the most of them. In conclusion, gratitude is a powerful tool to maintain motivation and cultivate a positive outlook. It rewires your brain to focus on the good, strengthens resilience, improves relationships, and fuels progress. By making gratitude a daily practice through simple habits like journaling, reflection, and sharing appreciation, you create a mindset that supports sustained effort and joy. Embracing gratitude transforms how you see yourself and the world, enabling you to face challenges with strength and optimism. Make gratitude a cornerstone of your growth journey and watch how it enriches your life and success. Chapter 17. Reflect each night on what worked and what didn't. Reflecting each night on what worked and what didn't is a practice that separates those who grow steadily from those stuck in the same patterns. Taking a moment before sleep to review your day sharpens your self-awareness and guides your next steps. This is not about judging yourself harshly, but about understanding the real results of your efforts. It provides clarity on which actions produce progress and which waste time or energy. By consistently reflecting, you develop insight into your habits, choices, and mindset, allowing you to adjust with precision. This habit builds discipline and continuous improvement, ensuring you don't repeat mistakes but learn from them. Begin by setting aside just 5 to 10 minutes each evening for this reflection. Find a quiet space free from distractions. Use a journal or a simple notebook to record your thoughts. Write down what you accomplished, what challenges arose, and how you responded. Be honest but kind with yourself. Acknowledge your wins, no matter how small, as well as areas that need work. This reflection helps you celebrate progress rather than overlook it. Many people rush through days without recognizing their achievements, which diminishes motivation. Recording what went well reminds you that your efforts matter and builds confidence for tomorrow's tasks. Equally important is identifying what didn't work. This means looking at missed goals, wasted time, or ineffective strategies. When you face these honestly, you gain valuable information. Instead of blaming external factors or others, you focus on your control and responsibility. This mindset turns setbacks into opportunities for growth. Over time, you'll notice patterns emerging. Maybe distractions creep in at certain times, or certain tasks always feel harder. Recognizing these trends allows you to plan better and avoid pitfalls. You learn what environments, routines, or approaches serve you best. Reflection also cultivates emotional regulation. When you review your day calmly, you detach from impulsive reactions and see situations more clearly. This reduces stress and regret, helping you end the day with peace rather than frustration. Use this time to ask yourself key questions. What progress did I make? What obstacles blocked me? How did I handle challenges? What can I improve tomorrow? Answering these questions creates actionable insights rather than vague regrets. Developing this habit requires consistency. Some days will be easier to reflect on than others. On tough days, reflection becomes even more crucial, as it prevents discouragement from lingering. Even brief notes can keep you on track. Make your reflection constructive by focusing on solutions. When you identify what didn't work, immediately consider how to change it. This forward-looking attitude fosters problem-solving and optimism. You might also track your mood and energy levels during these reflections. Understanding how these influence your productivity helps you manage yourself better. You can then plan demanding tasks when you're most alert and creative. Reflection creates a feedback loop that improves decision-making. Each day's insights build a stronger foundation for the next. This accelerates your growth and makes success more predictable. Share your reflections with a mentor, coach, or accountability partner, if possible. This external perspective can highlight blind spots and encourage deeper analysis. Avoid using reflection time to punish yourself. Self-criticism without purpose drains energy and motivation. Instead, approach this habit with curiosity and kindness. Incorporate gratitude into your reflection by noting what you appreciate about your day or yourself. This balances critique with encouragement and strengthens your overall mindset. Use your journal not just for writing, but also for sketching or mind mapping, if that helps your thinking. The goal is clarity and insight, not perfection in expression. Set weekly or monthly review sessions based on your daily reflections to see bigger trends and make larger adjustments. Remember that progress is rarely linear. Reflection helps you accept ups and downs as part of growth and keeps you moving forward despite setbacks. At the end of each reflection, write a simple intention or goal for the next day. This anchors your focus and makes starting easier. Reflection also improves your self-discipline. When you see the connection between your actions and results daily, you feel more accountable to yourself. Physical cues like dim lighting or a quiet corner can enhance your reflection routine by signaling the brain it's time to slow down and analyze. Avoid digital distractions during this time. Use a physical notebook or dedicated app that doesn't tempt you to multitask or check social media. Notice how your reflection habit influences your sleep quality. Processing the day consciously often reduces anxiety and improves rest. In conclusion, reflecting each night on what worked and what didn't is a transformative habit that promotes awareness, learning, and steady growth. It empowers you to take control of your life by turning daily experiences into clear lessons. This practice builds emotional resilience, sharpens decision-making, and increases motivation by connecting effort with outcome. Through honest and kind reflection, you build the wisdom to navigate challenges and the confidence to pursue your goals relentlessly. Make nightly reflection an essential part of your routine and watch how your life unfolds with clarity and purpose. Chapter 18. Build physical health habits that support sustained energy levels. Building physical health habits that sustain energy throughout the day is essential to achieving your goals and living a full life. Energy is not something you find by chance. It is something you build daily through deliberate choices and consistent actions. When your body functions well, your mind sharpens, your motivation grows, and your productivity rises. Without strong physical habits, fatigue and sluggishness drag you down and limit your potential. Creating sustainable energy requires more than short bursts of exercise or quick fixes. It demands a lifestyle built on steady habits that nourish your body and keep it running smoothly. Start by understanding that energy comes from how well you treat your body every moment. It is the result of what you eat, how you move, how well you rest, and how you manage stress. These factors are interconnected. Neglect one, and the others suffer. For example, poor sleep lowers energy no matter how good your nutrition is. Excess stress drains your reserves even if you exercise regularly. A balanced approach is the key. Begin with movement. You don't need intense workouts or long gym sessions. Consistency is far more important. Even a daily 20-minute walk boosts circulation, increases oxygen to your brain, and wakes up your muscles. Movement prevents stiffness and improves mood by releasing endorphins. Find simple activities you enjoy. It could be stretching in the morning, light yoga, or gardening. The goal is to get your body active daily in a way that feels natural and sustainable. Next, pay attention to nutrition. Food is fuel. Eating balanced meals with the right mix of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates stabilizes blood sugar and prevents energy crashes. Avoid excessive sugar and processed foods that cause quick spikes followed by steep drops in energy. Focus on whole foods like vegetables, fruits, nuts, lean meats, and whole grains. Hydration is just as critical. Even mild dehydration can cause tiredness and reduce concentration. Make water your constant companion and reduce caffeinated or sugary drinks. Sleep is often underestimated, but is the foundation of sustained energy. Aim for regular sleep hours and create a calming bedtime routine. This signals your body to relax and prepare for rest. Avoid screens, heavy meals, or intense exercise close to bedtime. A dark, quiet, and cool environment supports deeper sleep cycles. Quality sleep improves memory, mood, and immune function, giving you the stamina to face each day with vigor. Stress management plays a vital role in energy levels. Chronic stress floods your body with hormones that drain energy and impair healing. Find ways to reduce stress through breathing exercises, meditation, or hobbies that relax you. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can reset your nervous system and increase alertness. Recognize stress triggers and address them proactively instead of letting them accumulate unnoticed. Building habits takes time, so start small and build gradually. For instance, add 5 minutes of movement daily and increase slowly. Swap one sugary snack for a healthy alternative each week. Adjust your bedtime by 10 minutes every few nights until you reach a consistent schedule. These small wins accumulate and build momentum. Tracking your habits helps maintain consistency. Use a journal or app to record your activity, meals, water intake, and sleep patterns. This awareness creates accountability and allows you to notice patterns If energy dips, reflection can reveal if you skipped a meal, stayed up late, or neglected movement. Remember to listen to your body's signals. Fatigue is not always a sign to push harder. Sometimes it's a message to rest or adjust habits. Rest days or lighter activities are essential to avoid burnout and injury. Treat your body with respect and patience as you develop new routines. Integrate physical activity into daily life beyond scheduled workouts. Take stairs instead of elevators, stand during phone calls, or walk while brainstorming ideas. These micro movements add up and keep your metabolism active. Prepare meals in advance to avoid grabbing quick, unhealthy options when busy. Planning nourishes your body and reduces stress around food choices. Include snacks like nuts, fruit, or yogurt to maintain energy between meals. Consider supplements only when necessary and after consulting a healthcare provider. Focus first on whole foods and lifestyle habits. Supplements can support, but not replace good nutrition and rest. Set clear, achievable goals related to physical health. For example, aim for a daily step count or a certain number of hours of quality sleep each week. Goals give direction and purpose, helping you stay committed even when motivation wanes. Use positive self-talk to reinforce your habits. Remind yourself that every step toward better health improves your energy and quality of life. Celebrate progress rather than perfection to maintain enthusiasm. Engage with supportive communities or friends who value health. Sharing your journey builds encouragement and accountability. Learning from others' experiences also provides new ideas and motivation. Adjust habits as your body and circumstances change. Aging, work schedules, or family commitments may require new approaches. Stay flexible and committed to the goal of sustained energy rather than rigid routines. Avoid multitasking during meals or rest. Fully engage in eating and relaxation to maximize their restorative effects. Mindful eating improves digestion and satisfaction, while mindful rest reduces mental clutter. Monitor caffeine and alcohol consumption. While caffeine can temporarily boost energy, overuse leads to crashes and dependence. Alcohol disrupts sleep and drains vitality. Use these substances sparingly and with awareness of their effects. Recognize the link between mental and physical energy. Mental fatigue can feel like physical exhaustion. Balance work and breaks, and practice mental exercises like deep focus and relaxation techniques. Take time outdoors regularly. Natural light and fresh air invigorate the body and regulate circadian rhythms. Even brief time in nature supports mood and energy levels. Prepare your environment to support health habits. Keep water accessible, healthy snacks visible, and a comfortable space for movement or rest. Removing barriers simplifies habit formation. Lastly, be patient and persistent. Energy levels improve gradually with consistent effort. Avoid seeking quick fixes or comparing yourself to others. Focus on your own journey and celebrate each step forward. Building physical health habits is a lifelong investment in your energy and well-being. It creates a foundation for all your goals and daily activities. With dedication, your body becomes a reliable partner, providing strength, clarity, and vitality to pursue what matters most. Prioritize these habits and watch how your life transforms through steady energy and resilience. Chapter 19. Break large goals into manageable steps for steady progress. When facing a big goal, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or unsure where to begin. Large goals can appear so massive that taking the first step feels impossible. This is why breaking those goals into smaller, manageable steps is essential for steady progress. It helps transform daunting ambitions into clear, actionable tasks that fit into your daily life. Achieving progress one step at a time keeps momentum alive, builds confidence, and reduces the risk of burnout. The key is to approach your goals like a series of small victories rather than one huge mountain to climb. Start by clearly defining your big goal in simple terms. What exactly do you want to achieve? The clearer your goal, the easier it becomes to break down. Write it down in detail and visualize what success looks like. This clarity acts as a compass guiding your actions and decisions. Without it, you risk drifting without focus or direction. Next, divide your main goal into smaller chunks. Think of these chunks as milestones or checkpoints that lead you closer to the final destination. Each milestone should be meaningful and measurable. For example, if your big goal is to write a book, a smaller step could be writing one chapter or even a single page per day. If the goal is to get physically fit, a milestone might be completing a certain number of workouts weekly or mastering specific exercises. These smaller steps must be realistic and attainable. Setting impossible targets within the breakdown only leads to frustration. Ask yourself if the step fits into your current schedule, resources, and abilities. Adjust as needed. Progress is built on steady, achievable actions that feel doable. Creating a timeline or schedule helps keep you accountable. Assign deadlines to your smaller steps without being rigid. Deadlines provide motivation and prevent procrastination, but flexibility is important if unforeseen events arise. Review and adjust your timeline regularly to stay on track and maintain momentum. Visual tools can be powerful aids. Use charts, checklists, or apps to track completed steps. Seeing progress visually can boost motivation and remind you of how far you've come. Crossing off completed tasks gives a sense of accomplishment that fuels further effort. Focus on the process rather than just the outcome. The journey of working through each small step develops discipline, skills, and resilience. Embrace the daily work required to move forward. This mindset shifts attention from pressure to perform perfectly to the satisfaction of consistent effort. Avoid multitasking on too many small goals simultaneously. Prioritize the most important steps and give them your full attention. Trying to tackle everything at once scatters your energy and slows progress. Completing one step fully before moving to the next keeps your efforts focused and effective. Breakdowns also serve as checkpoints for reflection and learning. After completing a step, evaluate what went well and what could improve. This reflection helps fine-tune your approach for upcoming tasks. Sometimes adjustments are necessary to make future steps more efficient or effective. Understand that setbacks are part of the process. Not every small step will go as planned. Use mistakes and delays as learning opportunities rather than reasons to quit. The habit of breaking down large goals makes it easier to recover from setbacks, since you can adjust upcoming steps accordingly without losing sight of the bigger picture. Celebrate progress frequently. Recognize and reward yourself for completing each small step. Celebrations reinforce positive behavior and build confidence. Even simple acknowledgements like a moment of gratitude or a small treat can motivate you to keep going. Keep your focus on the present step instead of obsessing over the entire goal. Anxiety about the distant future can paralyze action. Concentrate on what you can do today or this week. This reduces overwhelm and channels energy into productive work. Share your milestones with trusted friends or mentors who can support and encourage you. Accountability partners help maintain commitment and offer fresh perspectives. Sometimes just voicing your progress creates an internal push to continue. Regularly revisit your big goal to remind yourself why you started. Connecting daily steps to your ultimate purpose strengthens resolve. When motivation dips, recalling your why can reignite passion and determination. Maintain flexibility and adaptability. Life changes, priorities shift, and unexpected challenges arise. Be willing to revise your smaller steps or timeline while keeping the big goal intact. Flexibility ensures steady progress despite obstacles. Consider breaking large goals not only into smaller tasks, but also into different areas of focus. For instance, learning a language involves vocabulary, grammar, speaking, and listening skills. Tackling each area systematically makes the goal less intimidating and more comprehensive. Avoid perfectionism in your small steps. Waiting for ideal conditions or flawless execution stalls momentum. Accept that imperfect action done consistently leads to progress, while perfect inaction leads nowhere. Be mindful of your energy levels and workload. If a step feels too big on a tough day, break it down further or shift to a lighter task temporarily. Managing your pace prevents burnout and keeps progress sustainable. Practice patience and persistence. Progress might seem slow at times, but consistent effort compounds. Trust that every small step builds the foundation for significant change. Use positive self-talk to reinforce belief in your ability to complete each step. Replace doubts with affirmations focused on capability and growth. A strong mindset propels action even when motivation fluctuates. Record your journey through journaling or notes. Documenting your steps, challenges, and insights deepens awareness and provides valuable reference for future goals. Remember that breaking large goals into manageable steps applies beyond personal projects. It's a skill useful in work, relationships, health, and learning. Developing this habit enhances problem-solving and decision-making in all areas of life. Finally, commit to the process fully. Trust that steady progress through small steps leads to success. Avoid shortcuts or rushing. Real transformation happens through patient, consistent work done one step at a time. Breaking large goals into manageable steps turns overwhelming ambitions into achievable realities. It creates a clear path forward, builds momentum, and keeps you motivated. By focusing on steady progress rather than instant results, you develop resilience and confidence. This approach empowers you to take control of your life and move purposefully toward the success you desire. Every small step matters and moves you closer to your dreams. Take the first step today and keep moving forward steadily. Chapter 20. Celebrate small wins to reinforce confidence and persistence. Recognizing progress is a powerful tool in sustaining long-term effort toward any goal. Celebrating small wins creates a positive feedback loop that builds confidence and reinforces persistence. These moments of success, no matter how small, remind you that your hard work is producing results. When you pause to acknowledge and appreciate your achievements, you strengthen your motivation and deepen your commitment to keep moving forward. Small wins are the building blocks of bigger victories. Each step you complete deserves recognition because it reflects your dedication and ability to overcome challenges. Taking the time to celebrate these moments keeps your mindset positive and focused on growth rather than setbacks. When you acknowledge your progress, it becomes easier to maintain momentum and face obstacles with resilience. Celebrating success nurtures your belief in yourself and the process. The habit of celebrating small wins also trains your brain to look for progress. This shift in perspective can increase your overall happiness and satisfaction with your journey. Instead of feeling discouraged by how far you have left to go, you begin to appreciate how far you have come. This feeling fuels persistence because progress becomes tangible and real rather than abstract or distant. One way to celebrate small wins is to create rituals that mark your achievements. This might be as simple as writing down your success in a journal or sharing it with a trusted friend who supports your goals. Expressing your victories aloud helps solidify your accomplishments and makes them feel more meaningful. Another option is to reward yourself in ways that reinforce your efforts without undermining your goals. For example, a brief walk outside, a favorite healthy snack, or a moment of relaxation can all serve as small rewards that honor your progress. It is important to remember that celebrating small wins is not about complacency or arrogance. It is about building positive energy that propels you forward. These celebrations serve as checkpoints that validate your hard work and encourage continued effort. They remind you that success is a series of small steps taken consistently over time rather than sudden dramatic breakthroughs. Celebrating wins also helps combat discouragement and self-doubt. When progress feels slow or difficult, reflecting on past achievements can reignite your motivation. This is especially important during challenging periods when it is tempting to give up. Reminding yourself of what you have already accomplished proves your capability and strengthens your resolve. In addition, celebrating small wins reinforces good habits. Each recognized achievement represents a moment when you acted in alignment with your goals and values. By marking these moments, you increase the likelihood of repeating those positive behaviors. This cycle of action and recognition forms the foundation of lasting change. It is crucial to tailor celebrations to what feels authentic and meaningful to you personally. What motivates one person may not motivate another. Find ways to honor your progress that feel genuine and enjoyable. Whether it is a private acknowledgement or sharing your win publicly, make the celebration a positive experience that uplifts you. Avoid waiting for perfection or major milestones to celebrate. Waiting for big enough success risks delaying your motivation indefinitely. Every step forward, no matter how small, deserves appreciation. This mindset prevents discouragement caused by unrealistic expectations and keeps you grounded in the reality of growth. Incorporating gratitude into your celebrations enhances their impact. Being grateful for your effort, learning, and perseverance helps you focus on abundance rather than lack. Gratitude broadens your perspective and strengthens emotional resilience. When you combine gratitude with celebration, you nurture a mindset of possibility and optimism. Developing a consistent habit of celebrating small wins builds momentum over time. It creates a rhythm of effort followed by reward that feels natural and sustainable. This rhythm can transform your approach to challenges by making progress enjoyable rather than a source of stress or pressure. Sharing your celebrations with a community of like-minded people can amplify their power. Supportive friends, mentors, or groups provide encouragement and accountability. They also help you see your achievements from different angles, increasing your appreciation for your progress. It is also helpful to reflect on how celebrating small wins fits into your larger vision. Each celebration is a step toward becoming the person you want to be and achieving the life you desire. Keeping this connection alive makes each win more significant and meaningful. Avoid using celebrations as an excuse to lose focus or become complacent. The goal is to use them as fuel for continued effort and growth. Stay disciplined and remember that consistent action is the true driver of success. Recognizing setbacks and failures as part of the process alongside celebrating wins creates balance. This balanced approach allows you to learn from difficulties without losing confidence. It also keeps your motivation steady by appreciating both progress and challenges. Celebrating small wins requires mindfulness and intention. Take moments throughout your day or week to pause and acknowledge your achievements. This practice trains your mind to notice growth and builds a habit of positivity. Use your celebrations to reinforce your identity as a capable and persistent individual. Internalize the message that you are someone who follows through, overcomes obstacles, and makes steady progress. This self-image becomes a powerful motivator that shapes your future actions. Remember that persistence is often the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't. Celebrating small wins helps maintain the persistence needed for long-term success. It creates a sustainable energy that keeps you moving even when the path is difficult. By regularly celebrating progress, you build confidence in your abilities. Confidence breeds action and reduces fear of failure. When you trust yourself, you take more risks and embrace opportunities that lead to growth. Ultimately, celebrating small wins is a practice of self-respect and self-care. It honors your effort and acknowledges your worthiness of success. Treat yourself with kindness and encouragement through these celebrations, nurturing a healthy relationship with your goals and yourself. Each small win is a victory over doubt, distraction, and delay. It marks progress on your journey and strengthens your commitment to keep going. Celebrate often and sincerely to make your path forward clearer and more enjoyable. Stay consistent in recognizing your achievements. The cumulative effect of small celebrations creates a powerful momentum that propels you toward your dreams. Never underestimate the impact of honoring each step you take. Through this simple but profound practice, you build a foundation of confidence and persistence that no obstacle can easily shake. Celebrate your wins, stay focused, and keep moving forward with purpose and determination. Your future success depends on the strength you cultivate today in moments like these.